DeJuan Merritt, number 5, and Matt Thrift, number 6, our fullback, defensive end, and our linebacker safety, seniors. And sandwiched between those two guys, unfortunately, we got our linebacker Romeo Carino, who was hurt last week with a knee injury. He's not dressed tonight, but he is representing us on the field as a captain. And also Tyjon Mosby, number 73, who was involved in an off-field incident. He got fell off of a trailer and got run over. But he is also representing. He's limping. We feel like he will be back this year. So they're coming now. The referee is bringing them to the 50-yard line as well as the referee on this side is bringing the Metter Tiger captain representatives to the middle of the field.
And I believe that's 73. I think we have the wrong number up here. It's Kyrie Jenkins, I believe, isn't it?
No, Kyrie's number 60.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure we have some mix-up on our numbers there. 68 for Metter. One of the captains, we don't even have a name for him. 31 is Jeffrey Love. We'll probably be seeing some of these guys tonight. 34 is Asa Lanier. He's a sophomore. And number 6 is Thomas Clyett. That's their wide receiver and defensive lineman. We're ready to play some football here. They've got the clock set. We're fixing to kick it off as soon as we figure out who's going to win this toss and start the game off. I am happy to be here. Like you said, it wasn't a long drive. No. It is nice to be, I guess, in this region where we can drive an hour and play ball rather than to drive 4. And
like some of the teams are having to. This week in games around the area, Coffee County is open. Lowndes is playing Newton. Valdosta is playing at Brooks County, Cross County rivals. Ware County is at Charlton County. Appling is playing Liberty. Brantley County is playing Berrien and Fitzgerald in their heated rivalry. Ben Hill County versus Irwin County. Fitzgerald versus Irwin. And I read on the vent last night, some of them were saying this is like the Christmas Eve. It's the night before Christmas. There's a lot of anxious nerves going on. In 2 AA action, of which we're a part, the region, Atco is open. Benedictine is playing their first region game against Long County. Bryan County is at Toombs. Jeff Davis is at Telfair County. MCA, or that's McIntosh Academy, is at Vidalia. And, of course, we are playing down here the Bacon County Red Raiders versus the Metter Tigers. So tonight begins region play. We have a very big region, and from now on, every game is going to count. Most times during the season, you have 2 or 3 games that's really not going to matter as far as playoff berths are concerned. But every game we play is going to be important here on out. We want to take this opportunity to thank Cohen's of Alma and Southeastern Propane and also Flash Foods. They bring to us the pregame ceremonies, the pregame show every week, and also the postgame show. So if you'll stay around after the game is over, we're going to try to interview Coach Johns. And our team is coming down to the end zone now. Looks like they're getting ready to run through a very, very good-looking Bacon County Red Raiders banner. Looks like our team is fired up. I feel like we're going to be on top of our game. We feel like, from what I've talked to the players and some of the coaches, we feel like we let one get away last week, a game where we dominated in rushing. We dominated in time of possession. We dominated in every aspect of the game except at the end on the scoreboard. And we just gave Pierce County way too many chances. But tonight I feel like we're on top of our game. We'll see early. The smoke is blowing through our sign. And here comes the Bacon County Red Raiders as we break through.
Here come the Raiders, Rev. It is – I love the way we have the smoke there. That's an extra little added touch coming through the fog. We definitely dominated last week. Some of the stats, as I looked at them and analyzed things, would you realize, Rev, we had 3 rushers over 100 yards. We had DeJuan Merritt, of course, a tank. He had 26 carries for 157 yards. Matt Thrift had 8 carries for 144 yards, and Ronnie Peterson had 14 carries for 103. We had 57 carries on the night for 444 yards of rushing, which is just about 8 yards per carry. So if we could have just held on to the ball, we were doing a great job. 8 fumbles, lost 6 of them. Our defense played well also. We only gave up, I think, about 258 yards rushing. 258 total yards. 90 yards was rushing. We stopped them all night. Except for the pass a little bit. They got some of those off. Dominated, as you said, in time of possession, 28 minutes last week. So that's behind us now.
Yes.
Here we stand today. We're about to get this game kicked off, and it is great to be in this atmosphere looking at our Raiders fixing to do some war here.
I'm excited about it. Everybody seems to be pumped up. Metter dressed in all black. If you're watching, you can see from left to right. We're lining up for the kickoff. T.J. Wiley, who's been a blessing to us so far this season, who handles the kickoff duties, also plays on the offense and defensive side of the ball. Metter's all in black. We're all in white. Both of us have black helmets. And looks like this game's about to get underway. And T.J. puts his foot into it. Fairly deep kick. And let's see what happens. There we go. There we go.
That is Harry Cato on the return for the Tigers. He's up to about the 29-yard line, and this game is underway. You see our Red Raiders excited. Metter Tigers are excited. This is what Friday nights are all about, Rev.
This is what it's all about. Here again, I don't want to overstate, the injury problems that we've got, but we sure are going to miss Romeo Carino. I hope that the news comes out well for him in his knee, but he was a spark plug. Ronnie Peterson is filling in the middle where he played some last year, so we have plenty of experience there.
Jacob Wedenkamp is the quarterback. He steps back, and he gives it off to Harry Cato again, the senior running back and linebacker for the Tigers, and he breaks a tackle and for a nice gain on first down. It's going to be second down and short as he just broke through there.
Did you see that lick Richard Crawford put on him? Can I say it this early in the game? That was a slobber knocker.
There you go. And I know we want to do that all night, and you can set the tone for the whole game right here in the beginning. These Raiders are fired up.
There we go.
A host of Raiders in the backfield. It looked like a busted play or something there. Wedenkamp had nowhere to go as he was surrounded, if you will, by a host of Raiders.
Payson Sams checks out of the game, and number 2, Greg Wright, is coming in. So we're looking for them to pass. We've got a nickel situation in here with our defensive backs. We need to get some pressure. There you go. That's the way to hold it. Good discipline on our defensive end as he held his ground. Looks like number 5 quarterback is changing the play, and Metter's already called a timeout.
They were wanting to draw us off sides there, Rev, and I guess they didn't get what they were looking for. It is awesome to see the athletes we have on the field. I think we look about the same, Rev. I know in warm-ups we were seeing some big guys, but when we get up there matched beside ours, we look like we're ready for some action here tonight. I don't know if you know it or not, but we have never beaten Metter High School. I did some research, Rev, and we are 0-4 versus Metter. The last time we played them was in 1998 and 99, and those were pretty close games, lost by a touchdown or so. But back in the day, as people say, like in 1971, they beat us 47-0. I still remember that. I'm a little angry about it right now thinking about it, so maybe we can return that favor tonight.
They're trying to flood the zone. Number 3 is wide open.
That is complete to number 3, Justin Parrish for them. That's a sophomore. It's going to be a first down for the Tigers as he crosses over the 40-yard line. That
was a nice play. They just brought the tailback in motion or the slot back in motion. and flooded the zone and threw up underneath. We had deep coverage on him.
Greg Wright was quick on the coverage to get the tackle. That is a beautiful sight right up in the middle there with Kyrie just clogging the middle. There was nothing there as our Raiders stand strong on defense there. It's going to be second and long. They're going to give them about a yard.
If they're going to try to make a living up our middle tonight, they're going to be. I don't think they're going to be real successful. I don't think they're going to be real successful going wide on us. We got some speed out wide.
I think they just gave our band a warning or something there. It's going to be second down and 9 for the Tigers here on the opening possession, very beginning of the ball game. They hand off, and they're 35 with a couple nice moves there. Harry Cato breaks through another tough run. It's going to be another first down for Metter as they get down to the 44-yard line. And, Rev, they came to play. They're not going to lay down. They're hungry for a victory as well, and they're fighting early.
We've had some number changes this week compared to what we were last week, so we're trying to sort through. Looks like Anthony Florence is number 58 and Dylan Miles wearing 57 this week. We need to get some pressure.
That pass is incomplete. It was intended for Thomas Clyott, the senior wide receiver for the Tigers.
Well, the quarterback done his job. He hit the kid in the hands.
That's Jacob Wedenkamp. He put it right on it, and so far he's managing the game well, Rev.
Yes.
I don't want to say it, but it looks very similar to the way last week started off.
Well, they're running, they're running the same offense. This is the third spread offense we faced, including the Brantley County in our scrimmage. All right, close it down.
Handoff around the right side as Ronnie Peterson was chasing him down. That was Justin Parrish, again, a sophomore running back for Metter. They're much like us, Rev. They have some youngsters out there playing, and I know it's exciting times probably here in Metter as they see some young guys stepping up and playing. They've had, as we said at the pregame, they've had back-to-back 5-5 seasons, and so they're looking to improve on that and driving here early. Wedenkamp getting the call in from the sidelines. He gets the snap. It's a 3-step drop, and he drops it off right on the running back, and that's number 3, Justin Parrish, as he's going to take it to the house. And, Rev, I don't know what we were looking like coming in here. I don't know what we were feeling, but I can tell you one thing. They're not going to lay down. We're going to have to earn everything, and we just missed a tackle there and then just watched him waltz right into the end zone as 8 minutes and 39 seconds in the first quarter, just about 3.5 minutes elapsed on the clock. They took the opening kickoff and have drove it all the way down now, and just that big play have scored. It's 6-0 Metter Tigers.
Looks like he hooked it. It was good.
As one referee turns and looks at the other and says, hey, what is it, buddy? It is going to be good. It's going to be 7-0. The Tigers, as our Raiders are down here to start this game. 8 minutes and 38 seconds in the first quarter. Our Raiders dressed in white. They're taking the field. They're ready. I don't think they were happy about that drive that they just allowed there, Ref.
No, I don't think we were happy, and we may have come in here a little bit flat, expecting them just not to play us. But after the emotional loss that we had last week, we just got to erase that from our minds. We played with such intensity, and we've got to bring that intensity back.
And it is hard to bounce back, I'm sure, for our boys to get up after we were so close in an award that we were looking forward to. But let's face it, that's done and over with. We're under new lights here tonight, and up here in Metter, they're coming to play ball. The band's going, they're dancing. The fans that they do have here are excited to be here. And I just imagine if we don't get our act together here and get some fire in our pants, we might be in bad shape.
We might be in trouble. Let's see what our offense does Oh, I feel like we'll sort out the problems on our defense. They've thrown everything at us to start with. And
deep to return for our Red Raiders. It's Greg Wright, and that kick goes out of bounds.
And we should be getting the ball on the 35-yard line.
Unless we make them re-kick it. I don't know that we would do that unless we've got some good scouting that they don't have much in the kicking game, but it looks like we're going to take it at the 35-yard line.
And so far, even though we made the extra point, it may be something later on in the game. It looks like their kicking may be a little bit suspect, just a little bit suspect. It may be something at the end of the game that, that may come into play. I feel like our special teams with our kicker and punter is something that is a strength for us.
Matt Thrift under center, familiar sight. The tank gets it, and he barrels over a would-be defender there. They're going to get an early dose of DeJuan Merritt. They're not going to be able to just come with one. It's going to take 2 or 3 to get him down, and he shows that right with the first play of the game for the Red Raiders.
Good blocking.
Yes,
good blocking by our offensive line.
Big hole. I think maybe even you or I could have gotten through that hole, Ref.
Maybe.
2nd and 1 for our Red Raiders. Matt Thrift under center again. DeJuan lined up behind him. And the give is to DeJuan, and he's going to be marked enough for the first down as the side judge comes in. Forward progress is going to take him up over the 45, just about to the 46-yard line. It's going to be our first down of the night.
That play was actually made by their defensive end. I don't know if he stunted or exactly what happened. They are loading the line of scrimmage. They've got a 5-man front, playing 3 deep. Looks like something we can throw on.
Pitch to Richard Crawford. He falls down. That's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play as he goes to make a cut, and his feet just go out from under him.
Early on, you can already tell, looks like what their game plan is going to be. Their game plan is they're not going to let us beat them running. They're going to make us throw the football, and we'll see what happens.
They are loading the box. The good thing about them loading up the box is if we can bust one through there, we'll have a good green light ahead of us there. If we can break through that initial line. Red Raiders come lining up here, 2nd and 14. Thrift under center again. He keeps it. He takes it off the right side. And just what we were talking about, he has a nice gain. He is tackled from behind, just did get him. He's down at the 20-yard line. And there are some coaches for Metter High School upset, Rev. Look at him on the field.
Well, it's just stop me if you can.
I hope I see it all night.
I do too.
1st and 10 for our Red Raiders on yet again. We could say this every week all year. It seems as though our quarterback makes good decisions, and he just turns it on right there. I don't think they were anticipating that much speed. It's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line for our Red Raiders.
He got hit from behind, grabbed his foot, but he kept his balance for another 10 yards.
And we have a flag down.
What have we got?
From the back judge. Metter seems to like the call. That's probably going to back us up 5 yards. False start.
I didn't see anything, did you?
They just got to the line, so maybe they got set and just moved. That's what you call way early.
Yeah.
1st and 15. Backs us up to about the 27-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the first period. Thrift keeps it this time, and there was just nothing there. There were 3 or 4.
They're bringing the house.
Yes, sir. There were 3 or 4 Tigers in the backfield, and they're not messing around. They're bringing everybody. They're
blitzing everybody, bringing everybody.
And you can see early here Metter's game plan. They're just going to bring the house to stop this running game that we have. You can't blame them, as we had all rushes last week. Granted, we had a pile of yards. Matt keeps it again, and he is tackled again right at the line of scrimmage as 5 or 6 more Tigers just wrestle him to the ground. It's going to be 3rd and long for our Red Raiders. If we could get half of this here, Rev, it'd probably be 4-down territory.
I think so. I was sitting there thinking that. You can't sell out like they're selling out without creating some open somewhere. And Coach Johns and our coaching staff will exploit that.
Well,
I guarantee you before this game's over, they're going to have to go back to doing something different. They're not going to be able to do this all night.
It takes discipline to be able to maintain your lanes. We pass it out to Drell Green, and he has some open field.
And we're going to be on about, the 30-yard line?
Yep, that's half of it.
31-yard line? No, 26-yard line. Is that right? 21-yard line. On Metter's 21-yard line.
Yeah, we get half of it here, and just like we said, we're show and go here. It's going to be 4th down and about 8 to go. It was a nice pass by Thrift as he connected with Green. And on that 4th down conversion, Thrift was under pressure as they blitzed the linebacker, I believe it was. That pass falls incomplete, and so we put a good drive together, Rev, but we come up short as the defense for the Tigers stop us, and these boys have come to play.
Yeah, they have come to play. That first down penalty, whatever that was, put us in a hole, and we were just not able to recover. Like I say, they're selling out to stop the run. So it'll take a little bit of adjustment, and once the adjustments take place, then we'll be able to I'm anxious to see what we're going to do right here, what kind of adjustments
we make. We have to answer the bell here. Clearly, even on offense, they have seen something they like from last week's game.
We can't miss those kind. There we go.
We meet him in the backfield. That's their runner, 35, Harry Cato again, their senior running back.
You see all right with the light on, Lance?
I see good with the light on. You see all right? As the lights come on in the press box here, maybe the lights come on for our defense, and that first play is a loss of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Tigers.
That looks more like us there.
3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. He has all day to pass. He puts it on the money, but it is dropped.
Coach Pooh's over there coaching him.
Drell Green converged quickly, and he was there for the tackle. But the pass was dropped. It's going to be 3rd down now for the Tigers, and this is a big play for our Raider defense. We'll see if they draw up some blitz or see if they can get some pressure on the quarterback here. It's going to be a long night if we just keep watching Wedenkamp sit back there and pick and choose who he's going to throw it to.
There we go.
And Crawford is back, and he sticks him. Crawford just sticks and levels the quarterback.
We got a flag.
There is a flag down at the beginning of the play.
That quarterback's not going to like that.
I don't think he's liking it right now. It's probably some kind of a sideline warning on the offense.
And it'd be 4th down and 12. Now, that's more like.
Absolutely, that is beautiful. I'm telling you, Crawford, as soon as he timed it right, he shot right through the hole, and he showed his speed even getting through the hole there as he just put his helmet right in the chest of Wedenkamp, and that'll send a message.
Well, it won't take many of them, and the quarterback will be hearing footsteps. And
yeah, I'm about twice the size of that quarterback, and I don't think I could take many of them.
No. Pretty good punt.
Thank you, Justin Parrish, for catching that ball and not letting it roll another 5 yards. That's a sophomore. Coach is talking to him now. Well, our Raiders held, Rev. I'm fired up about it. It is awesome, awesome, awesome under the lights here watching our Red Raiders. 1st and 10 now as our offense is going to take the field, 44-yard line, I guess 43 and a half. We've got the big Kyrie out there. He's ready to block somebody. We're fixing to take it to the house, Rev.
I think so, too. I think you're going to see a little bit different. We've had time to make adjustments. Our coaches have called down to the sideline and have told them what's going on. So we're going to see something a little bit different here, I think. There goes Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie Peterson right up the middle. And he has turned around and kind of trips over his own lineman there. There was a hole.
I don't know who the lineman was that tackled him, but it wasn't Metters. It was our guy, it looks like.
Regardless, it's 2nd down and 7 for our Red Raiders. And you can see Metter picking and choosing, Rev, when they're wanting to, the few passes we had last time, they're trying to keep us on our heels a little bit as we go to a 3-wide receiver set to spread them out a little bit.
There goes Ronnie.
That's Ronnie up the middle. He's up to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders, and they're excited about it. That offensive line's doing their job if they don't have to block 2 at one time.
Man, I just got chill bumps. I saw one of our guards, number 54. Was it a guard or a center? Number 54, Ryan Howell. He was 10 yards downfield throwing blocks.
Still
I love
pushing.
it.
Still
pushing. I love it. I love it. That's our center, Ryan Howell, number 54. Great job. Great job. There goes Ronnie again.
Ronnie Peterson, yes, again, right off the left side that time for a gain of 5 or 6.
That is Bacon County football there. Ronnie's walking.
Yes.
Ronnie's feeling it.
He is excited about that run.
He's one of those guys that you hit him the first time and he kind of looks at you, and then you start hitting him more. The more you hit him, the more he likes it.
Yeah, I never liked it when those guys looked at me a little wild-eyed. It kind of made me want to get away from them. Again, we had 3 100-yard rushers last week, and this doesn't look like much, but we have a penalty here. But these 5 yards in the 3rd and 4th quarter, Rev, will become 10 yards and 15-yarders, not penalties but runs. That's going to be an illegal procedure. False start on us. It's going to back us up 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 10 as we just give them those 5 yards back.
Oh, that's just drive killers. Those little old things like that are just drive killers.
1 minute and 20 seconds here remaining in the 1st quarter. Metter Tigers are beating our Red Raiders 7-0.
Devontae Batten lines up wide, number 4. There goes Ronnie hurdling people.
Every time, Rev, whether or not Thrift has the ball or not, he's getting hit.
Yeah, they're going to do that.
That is coaching. They're not going to wait to see if he has the ball, whether or not they hit him. They're going to put their helmet on him every play, it seems. He's taking shots, and so –
something we didn't do last week, or maybe one time last week, we run the triple option where we came down and made our final option, which was the pitch. We may see some of that tonight. Oh.
And a flag right here at the last. That pass is complete to Drell Green. Wonderful play, but it looks like it may be in jeopardy here.
An eligible receiver down here? No, chop block?
We have a chop block versus our Raiders, and that's going to be a 15-yarder, I believe, from the spot of the foul. As a Metter Tiger picks up the flag for the referee. They're going to mark it off there. That's going to be a 15-yarder. It's going to be 3rd down and just about 19 when they get this thing worked out. That is a drive killer. I think it seems like 27 that he's going right now.
They had us on 2, ineligible receiver downfield and also chop block.
So it's going to be, and they're going to make us, it's a loss of down. Yeah, it's third down. Should be third down. No, it should be third down. They're working it out. Referee's telling everybody third down. TJ, get off the field. We're not punting right now. So it's going to be third down and long. It's going to be about 19 yards. That backs us up across midfield. I think we've already crossed that thing 2 or 3 times tonight. Have yet to put anything on the board. 23 seconds to go in the first quarter. Metter has come out early and fought and scratched, and we've been tiger bit so far, 7-0.
They got to cover 2.
Matt takes another huge shot.
Who started? Who was that?
That's going to be another flag is down. That's a false start on our Red Raiders. That's going to back us up 5 yards. I think they're going to decline it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to decline that penalty. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Now TJ comes on.
And an illegal shift. Or I guess it was probably just an illegal shift that he was calling an illegal procedure. So the ref tucks his flag in. We had something promising going there, and penalties just kill us. It's going to be 4th down and long as we elect to kick it away. Number 34, Asa Lanier, another sophomore, deep for Metter.
Good-looking athlete.
TJ Wiley set to kick it away, and it's a straight-up kick. There is a flag down, and I believe we're going to have roughing the kicker here. Rev, they did hit him. Now,
Maybe.
I sincerely hope TJ's not hurt, but I have seen a punter or two in my day act up for some Oscars and Emmys. And so, regardless, we're going to have to see if this is a running into the kicker or a personal foul of the first down variety. And it looks like their defense is taking the field, so it looks like it's going to be a Raider first down when they get this worked out. Talk about penalties killing. That is a huge break for Bacon County if that's the way it goes. They're going to get that 15, 27, 42 yards they just marked off on us.
He didn't call a personal foul.
It's just going to be a running into the kicker. I wanted that to be the 15-yard variety there, Rev. Well, suddenly T.J. Wiley's coming back out. He's feeling all right. So he's going to kick it away again. It's 4th down. Gives us an extra 5 yards anyway. That's a lot better kick. They're going to.
There you go.
That's the end of the first quarter. When we come back, it's going to be the Metter Tigers 1st and 10 on the 9-yard line. It's 7-0. The Tigers are on top of our Red Raiders. And Rev, I think we just got to get settled in here. Clearly we are. I think we were just out-hustled, and they seem to want it more at this point. I hate to think that we came in here a little confident.
Well, that may have been the case. I think they may have threw the very best that they had at us early on. Some good play calling. Their coaches seem to really be into it, and we're excited about coming down here. And it's good to see that they are trying to build a program down here. But what we've got to do now, we've got them down deep in the territory. This is our type of football. We got to make sure that we do what it takes to stop them here so we can get the ball back, and we've got to settle down and be more disciplined. We want to thank C. Bennett and Johnson Insurance Company for sponsoring our first quarter. As always, we're so proud of them for what they do for us. We thank them. They we wouldn't be able to do this broadcast. You wouldn't be able to watch it without C. Bennett and Johnson Insurance Company. And we appreciate them so much for all they do for the Bacon County Red Raiders.
All right, the bands are going crazy. If they had a bunch of people in the stands, I'd say it would be hysteria here. And they call this place the Jungle. So it's been quite jungly for us here. Hadn't been real pretty. Regardless, we're down 7-0. Let's show a little composure here. We've got them buried deep after a great punt by T.J. Wiley. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and another flag is down. As the Tigers are backing up, the call's going to be a false start against Metter. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. It's going to be 1st and 15.
I like it. Now we just need a drop snap or something.
Rev, that defense looks good out there to me.
It does.
As I'm looking around at the numbers, and we are in the backfield, and we have him. He just does get out of the end zone. But we flew one by him. He stepped up, and he was met by another one. I can't see their numbers. I wish I could call out who
number
they were.
3, Justin Parrish. They actually faked the ball to him. Looked like he had the ball, and he was tackled deep. Quarterback pulled it at the last minute and then just stepped forward a little bit. But he still lost a yard. He's got 2nd and 16. Oh.
Quarterback just keeps
there
it.
Goes Matt.
And
yes.
How beautiful of a play was that by our quarterback. As he just, you saw it, it was wide open. You could just see it. He saw it right away, and he converged, made the tackle. Good open field tackle.
Great open field tackle.
Matt
yes.
Thrift doing it on offense and defense so far. It's going to be
now 3rd and 13. Is that what you see?
Yes, sir.
They're trying to call in the plays here. Their quarterback, number 5, Jacob Wedenkamp, looks to the sideline. Parrish goes in motion. They're flooding the zone again. Oh, no.
He gets the first down as Wright goes for the interception. He misses it. He gambles on the play. T.J. Wiley gambles on the play. Or T.J. Wiley on the tackle. Greg Wright
gamble for the interception.
Had it. I mean, he just got right through there.
Looks like they're going to be a little bit short.
They're measuring. I like our spot on that one, Rev.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah.
It might be an inch, but that's all I needed to see. It was very clearly short from over here, Rev.
Right. You know, this is where this spread offense may get you in a little bit of trouble because you're snapping the ball back 5 yards and you're trying to gain an inch. Now, they may have a play where he comes up underneath center, but it's definitely 4th down.
It is going to be 4th down. That was a nice play. And number 3 for them, Justin Parrish, he's a sophomore. It is going to be scary to see what this kid does in the years to come. He shows a lot of shiftiness out there, and he's just making our guys miss. And we have athleticism in our backfield. Metter's going to call a timeout here to think about it. So with 10:35 to go in the first half, our Raiders are still down. Seems like we've been down forever, 7-0. I don't like it, Rev. We're down here in the second quarter.
If you are the coach here, Lance, you're on the 19-yard line. You're on 19-yard line. I know it's 4th and an inch, but you're in a spread type offense. The only thing that you've done effectively, really, with any success, is throw the football up underneath. Do you punt this ball here, or do you go for it?
I guess it depends on how great of a punter I had. And as we said earlier, I wasn't impressed with what I've seen so far out of their kicking game. If he thinks, we're only going to get 20, 30 yards on a punt, you may see him go for it here. And it might be one of those stages of the game where they come in off of mediocre seasons, 5-5 the past 2 years, and they may be saying, hey, we're in it to win it. Let's go, boys. And he may want to show his team that he's got confidence in them and try to make a statement here. But the smart play is to kick it away.
Well, if you're leading 7-0 right now, you're playing for possibly giving Bacon County an opportunity. What are they going to do? Try to maybe pooch kick it, maybe try to draw us off sides?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he was stopped short, and the side judge is coming in, and they're going to mark him short. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. I'm thinking here, Rev, if they put – and he puts it up a little bit further than what I thought it was going to be. Still looks like he's going to be short. Yes. First and 10 for the Raiders, and look at who on the sidelines.
Yes, good job,
crazy. Coach. That's right.
Get you some of that. Now, as long as we don't commit murder or something like we've been doing.
We're a little gun shy here, aren't we, Rev?
Yeah.
I like both sides of it, really. I like them making the call to go for it, but I love our tenacity there on defense, and I think that was Ronnie Peterson coming over the top, making sure the quarterback wasn't going anywhere.
We just need to stick it in the end zone right here. Look at this. They're walking up. We need to pitch it wide.
They
Number 2 will never. Look at this. There goes Matt.
And
that's going to be 6.
Thrift in for the score as they gambled in. You called it, Rev. They pinch them in.
Yeah.
And that was a wonderful job there by the
quarterback. Great read by Matt. They still hit us 3 or 4 yards deep. They're bringing the house. They're bringing 10 guys, 8 to 10 guys, and we're trying to block them with 5. There's just no way the numbers game's against us. So we're going to have to go out wide, and we're going to have to throw the ball a little bit. And I've seen teams commit to it and never get off of it, and they wind up getting beat 3 or 4 touchdowns because they refuse to change it.
How about them Raiders, Rev?
How about
2 plays, and it's a tie ball game with this extra point here. As T.J. Wiley lines it up, and we have a flag down. Go ahead and practice kicking that thing, guys.
They got us for a delay, or?
So 2 plays. The defense makes a stand, stop them with an inch to go. We get the ball, and then the first play, we take it in for the score. It's 7-6. They're going to get us for a false start there.
I don't think anything's going to be easy for us tonight. It doesn't look like it. It looks like every time we get something going, there's going to be a little bit of yellow thrown out there on the field.
It's a false start kind of night, I'm feeling.
I don't know if we're that bad, I don't know. It's
shouldn't affect the extra point attempt that much. 5 more yards. He kicks it wide left. T.J. Wiley put his foot into it, and he just squibbed it left. It's going to be 7-6 with 10 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the half. Regardless, we'd have loved to have had that one, Rev, but regardless, we stuffed them on defense. And then first play, Matt Thrift, again with a heads-up play, saw the defense pinching in, pulls it back out of the running back's gut and runs around the left end. And it's a touchdown, 7-6. We've answered. What do you think?
We did answer. I can't stand shooting yourself in the foot. I just can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? And,
it is hard.
If it's nothing but 5 yards, I know it's 5 yards, and it should be nothing, but it gets in your head. I want to thank C. Bennett and Johnson Insurance for that touchdown. It was a great play. Our defense stood up. Now we just got to stand up again, get the ball back, and let's go in and score before halftime. I'm unable to see the clock. How much time we got?
10 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Now we just need TJ to shake this and kick it deep. We've seen a couple of bad ones from TJ, and we've seen a couple of good ones. Let's Hope he keeps his head in the game and kicks this one deep. Deep to receive is that number 3 again for him, Rev, and he's got it, but he goes into the end zone and he ends up bringing it out. And again, he's shifty around, and he comes around. He doesn't have enough speed to outrun Darrell Green, fortunately for us, although he is mighty quick out there. And he takes it up to the 33-yard line. We had him wrapped up 2 or 3 times, it looked like, or at least had him swarmed and corralled. But he escapes and gets out to the 34. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Well, that was one of those plays where we should have had him, inside the 20. But containment, we lost our containment. I don't know who the contain guy is, but you never, ever lose containment. Never, ever lose containment.
T.J. Wiley with a nice kickoff, though. That went right 5 yards from going in the end zone.
That was a good kick.
More of the same here as they hand off to 34. Asa Lanier, and our Red Raiders are starting to settle in now as we're seeing some hits out there. That's Greg Wright on the tackle.
Good play by our defensive end who came across, stood his ground, made him turn inside to get some pursuit help from our linebackers. Very, very good play. Who's our defensive end over there?
That would be DeJuan Merritt.
Was that DeJuan over there?
He sets the edge. It's 2nd and 9 now for the Tigers. As 9 minutes and 38 and 37 tick off the clock here in the first half. Bacon County's down 7-6 as the Tigers have come to play. Wedenkamp around the right side. There's a flag down.
Man, what about Florence? What about him being back there?
He is
quick.
He has been back there a couple of times already. It's weird looking at that 58. I'm used to seeing 17.
Yeah, I know it.
They're trying to confuse the offense. I'm sure they don't know that they're just confusing there. It's going to be a hold against Metter. That's going to be 10 yards in the previous spot. Or blocking the back. Blocking the back against Metter. It's from 10 yards from the previous spot. They're going to have 2nd down and about 18 or so as the ball's placed at the 25-yard line.
Is that Jay Jackson that's wearing 56, Carino's number in honor of his fallen comrade? Is that what I'm seeing out there? He's swapping numbers. I'm having trouble keeping up with our kids. There you go, DeJuan. No.
Darrell Green with nice coverage. He was there with him stride for stride, but that is just perfect execution. As Wedenkamp puts it right on the money to Parrish.
Well, Parrish has come to play if nobody else has come to play. Him and the quarterback.
They have got to be liking what they're getting out of that sophomore. And again, Rev, we've said it, we have got to get some pressure on Wedenkamp. We can't allow him to just sit back there and pick us apart. It's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this first half. And the Red Raiders, Richard Crawford shoots through, almost breaks up the play from the get-go. And then Jay Jackson finishes things up as he's in the backfield.
Did you see how fast Richard Crawford is? My goodness.
I blinked.
That boy ain't quick. He's sudden.
That's right. That's right.
If he had just got his pad level, he could have killed that kid back there. Just kind of glanced off of him, but
2nd and 14 for the Tigers now as our defense makes good plays. We just seem to be giving up a big one here now. Wedenkamp back again, and he is under pressure, and he's going to go down as Crawford converges from the backside, and DeJuan Merritt seals it up from the front side as they just meet him and have a Wedenkamp sandwich there about 10 yards deep. As he rolled out to his left.
With mayonnaise.
That's it. Man, that looked good. 3rd down and long now, and if our defense can just play a little dime action right here and stop them, make the tackle, come up make the stop, and let's get the ball back here. 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this first half. Our Red Raiders are down 7-6.
I think I would try a screen played to number 10 if he's in there. He's shifty enough. He may can get some of this yardage back.
They're going to do a quick screen. It's busted up. That might be a fumble. Is that Anthony Florence? Or
touchdown?
Anthony Florence, they're signaling. That's a touchdown for the Red Raiders.
Let's do it, baby.
And they ate him up before he was even able to get into his throwing motion or anything, and that's what we wanted the defense to do, right?
Woo! I'm feeling better.
Yeah. One play. Well, we've made several plays now, Rev. You could sense the Mo kind of coming back to us a little bit. We came out a little flat. I know I was expecting better things. As officials
timeout.
Have a timeout. Well,
I think we're going to go for 2. Good play, good call by the coach here to call timeout. In my opinion, it's a good call by the coach.
Now, your opinion, what's that worth now?
Well, to the coach, it's probably not worth a lot.
So 12-7, we're in the lead now, Rev. I'm feeling better. I'm going to even sit down. I'm going to sit down here for just a minute.
Good. If we if momentum starts to shift again, would you stand back up?
I will. I'll do whatever it takes.
While we take this station break or this quarter, we want to thank C. Bennett & Johnson Insurance. You're going to hear it a lot, and I hope you get used to hearing it because these guys are bringing it. They're playing their A game. They're helping out Bacon County Red Raiders. They were here last year, one of our main supporters. They're here again this year, and we really appreciate them. C. Bennett & Johnson Insurance, all the staff, secretaries, everybody that works down there. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you, if you are a member or live in Bacon County and you need to have insurance needs, be sure and give those guys a check out. You see what they've got. I guarantee they'll be competitive, and they can help you with any of your insurance needs.
So we'll see if we can keep from making a 5-yard penalty mistake here like we did last time. It's going to be first down, or this is the extra point attempt. So we're going for 2 here. As Thrift keeps it, and he's going to fall in as
14.
The 2-point conversion is good, and that makes it a full 7-point lead for the Red Raiders. And
as
we were
high
down.
fives go around through
I'm
the
feeling
press
better
box.
right now, Rev. I'm feeling better. Feeling better. I was a little nervous there. I know the crowd didn't sense it at all. I know it wasn't coming over the microphone, but I had a little butterflies going on there.
I did too. They had a big play that they scored on, and but now our defense seems to have got their legs underneath them, and we've kind of got an idea of what's going on, and this is more like the game plan that we had. While we're waiting for the kickoff, we're going to take a quick station break. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.
All right, we're back here as our Red Raiders, Rev, have turned it up a notch, and now TJ puts his foot into it, and a nice kick deep. I like to see it going to a different number besides number 3 as well. Number 35 takes it out, and he takes it up to about the 29-yard line. We are not covering great, but at least we're stopping them. It's Harry Cato, the senior running back for the Tigers, takes it out to just about the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Hey, Ref, let's do it again.
Is this the third, or did they call a timeout? No, he just got them gathered over here on the side.
Yeah, it's just the start of thing. 6 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the half, and just in these past few minutes here, Bacon County has just come alive. We lead 14-7.
Would the word swarming defense be a good word for us? We begin to swarm.
Well, it is good to see 3 or 4 of ours getting the ball. And that, again, there is nothing right there in the middle for Metter. Is number 35 for them, Harry Cato, again, is met
Antonio Madison.
Antonio Madison, as he's laying on the ground, makes the tackle, just meets him right there. Feels the gap. That's probably watching some film and knowing where the ball's coming, staying in his place.
We got a linebacker that walks up. Here comes Richard. He got caught in the crowd.
And that pass is complete out to number 17 as we blitzed off the left side, and the quarterback for Metter, Wedenkamp, scrambles out to the left and passes it beautifully. He has an arm, Rev. He passes it down to junior Clay Crawford for the Tigers. It's 1st and 10. A nice play. You got to give it to this kid. He's not backing down from the fight. He's slinging darts out there, and he seems to have control of this offense. And they just did get the ball off there. Easy, 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 easy. There you go, offensive lineman. Had a way to take control of the game.
Guess who's on the bottom of the
There you
box?
go.
Smallest man on the team, Anthony Florence.
That's right.
He's already scored a touchdown.
Boy, I bet you he is ready to go right now. It isn't often that those defensive linemen see that. And the good thing about having a small guy on the defensive line is if there's one on the ground, he can pick it up and take it to the house, and he did just that a moment ago.
I'm not sure he even knew what he had.
That's right. I know he saw the lights of that city up there in that end zone. 2nd and 12 for the Tigers as we are just getting across. We are getting after the quarterback, and that pass goes incomplete. Another one right on the money, though. Pass intended for Thomas Clyde, and they have a passing game, Rev.
Yes, they do, and I think that's the second drop pass for Clyde tonight. You can't pin that on the quarterback. I mean, he's hitting the guy in the hands.
And it is going to be a big 3rd down here, 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Big play for our defense. We've been blitzing on every play as Crawford's been coming from the linebacker position on the left or right side. There he's going to come again. And it's open deep, and a great play right at the last moment by Greg Wright. Saved a touchdown. It could have been thrown a little further, but Greg Wright showed his speed off right there and just did get his hand in. That had 6 written all over it, Rev.
Sure
Great
did.
play by the Raider defense there. It's going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and 12. Looks like they're going to line up in punt formation. 5 minutes to go in this half. Our Raiders are up 14-7.
We're not putting anybody deep. Maybe
I don't think we're believing that they're going to punt it. And this would be a perfect place to do a fake. As we just kind of
get out of the way, guys.
We don't even get anywhere near it. And that's going to be beneficial all night for us. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 30-yard line. Now, when they went for 4th and an inch a minute ago, remember when we had this conversation, Rev, and I said if we don't have much of a kicking game, they haven't shown us much in the kicking department, and so they're probably going to be going for it on some of these 4th downs.
Well, that 4th down stop, even though I guess I understand why they done that, but that 4th down stop is could very well be the turning point of this game. Could be the thing that swung momentum back in our side because they had been teeing it up against us. They had some momentum, they had some confidence, but then all of a sudden we score the next play and then a fumble, and here we are.
1st and 10, Thrift under center. He hands it off to Ronnie Peterson, and he gets hit high, and I don't know if I need to tell him that, but probably tackling Ronnie Peterson high isn't going to work well for him tonight.
No, it's not.
He just bounces off of that, and I love watching him run. It's the same result as the tank. You know, DeJuan puts it up in there as well and goes, but Ronnie has some fire to him. He gets a little bit excited about things, Rev.
He may be a little bit quicker. He may not be quite as physical, but and he is physical, but he may be. In fact, he is maybe a step quicker than what DeJuan is. That's not taking anything away from DeJuan now.
And there's another big hole as that offensive line is just doing business up there right now. That's Trevor Williams, I believe, big 62 for us, or Deshaun Williams. He just road grates a hole out there, and if we can go through the hole and not get touched till we're 3 or 4 yards onto their side of the football, it's going to be a good night for us, and that is our game plan each and every week. That's called smash mouth football.
That's what we do.
That's the way we play.
Especially against a team like this that's quick hitters. That's why the spread's here. They can put up a lot of points quick, but they can't if we've got the ball.
Thrift under center again, and that time there was no hole there, nothing going as we try the right side that time, and we're met, and maybe a loss of 1 there. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for our Red Raiders. 3 minutes and 37 seconds to go in this first half. 14-7, our Raiders are up. Big 3rd down here. It's going to be a timeout. Bacon County, as we think about this. I love how Coach let some time run off the clock. 3 minutes and 23 seconds.
We're going to take a quick break. As our players take a quick break, we'll be right back. Stay tuned and listen to our sponsors as we take this break.
All right, we come back here. Rev, I'm telling you, I'm feeling better. 3 minutes to go in this first half, and if we get a first down here, we could put something together and hopefully score again, and I'll be feeling really good. But
this with the time left, this should play right into our hands. Hopefully we can keep it to the very last few seconds are left before we score. I would feel good about that.
These Tigers are feisty here tonight in the stadium they call the Jungle. They welcomed us all right, and they jumped out to an early 7-0 lead. Since then, we've kind of put things together, but this is going to be a fight here tonight. 3rd down, big one here for our Raiders. 3rd and 5. Let's get them off sides here, Thrift. And we hand off the right side again, and same result. I believe that was Ronnie Peterson, and there was just nothing there. That's going to bring up a 4th down as 3 minutes remaining in the first half. T.J. Wiley set deep to kick it away. Rev, we needed that when we didn't get it. Now we're just going to have to rely on our defense to give us a stop. Oh, nice play by Wiley there to. Oh, he dropped it and we get it. That's number 4. That is beautiful. As Devontae Batten says, "Oh, you don't want it? I'll take it. I'll show you what I'll do with it too."
Can you advance? I don't think you can advance.
Devontae Batten, I don't think he's going to be able to take it down for the score, but it sure looked good from the press box.
Yeah. That was about looks like about a 25 or 30 yard play.
That's
on
right.
4th down.
Hey, it was a lot of excitement for me. I'm not sitting down right now, guys, in case you're wondering. So it's going to be Bacon County ball. That's a hard way to get a first down. But you cannot in high school football, I don't think you can advance the muff or the fumble there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at about the 30-yard line. I think they're going to put it at about the 27. As the referees are discussing something here with their coaches, I just assume them go ahead and make the call, ref, and let's quit talking about it.
Yeah. How much time is left on the?
We got 2 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the half. 6 points come off the board. It looked better, 20-7. Dalton Almond lines up wide, Thrift under center. And we're going to try the right side again, and this time Ronnie Peterson high steps it, leaping down to about the 6 or 7 yard line with a big gain on first down. 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Man, this game has shifted.
It shifted in a hurry.
At the end of the first quarter, it was 7-0.
Then 7-6 with a missed extra point.
And I know Metter has to be thinking, what happened?
What happened?
Dalton Almond again comes down here wide. Thrift under center. We're going for 2. Or we haven't scored yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're down to about the 3 yard line. Well, just inside the 5. It's going to be second and goal to go from about the 4, it looks like, where they're going to mark it.
You know, we've not pitched the ball wide, or Matt's not kept it since the 2-point conversion, if I remember right.
And that's an adjustment. That's everybody working everything out. They make adjustments to our adjustments, and that's the latest plan of action here. You can tell it didn't work on 3rd and 4th down last drive, but that play netted a bunch, and we have a bit of a miscue there. As Metter 8, the play up. It's going to be 3rd down. That was scary there, Rev. They had penetration. We got about a yard, maybe right back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and goal here.
Is this
the 3 yard line?
I'm thinking it is.
Well, you'll probably see us run it to the left here to at least get it in the middle of the field to give the option to kick it if we want to. 52 seconds, 51 seconds to go in the half. So we run to the left. They stop us. It's going to be 4th down. 43 seconds. 43 seconds to go, and we call a timeout there. I don't know why we would have called a timeout, Rev, on 4th down. We could have let some time run off the clock there to end the half and then go with our final play.
That's a good point there, Lance.
Maybe a player just kind of jumped the gun there and called timeout quickly, but regardless, we leave 43 seconds on the clock, and I think that sophomore Justin Parrish can run 100 yards in 43 seconds.
Yeah, I believe he can.
He looks quick out there, and he's already made several plays. I just never like to see, and especially when you have a passing offense like this, to kind of leave a little crack in the door where they can get some momentum going back into half. They've stood up on defense here. It'll be interesting to see what our call is.
I'm interested in seeing what
I don't see a little orange T.
No.
Looks like Bacon County's elected to go for it, probably figuring if they don't get it, they'll have Metter deep in their territory. They're going to huddle up now. Big play to end the half here. 43 seconds to go. Still plenty of time. Too much time, in my opinion, for Metter with a passing offense. I think they still have their timeouts. Well, they have one timeout remaining, and they just took it.
Just took the timeout.
So now they have no timeouts. So they're not looking to make a run here. I think they're going to be happy to get out of this thing as well. Big 4th down here as coaches go back and forth now, showing their hands, trying to figure out what the other's going to do. 43.
What do we do? Do we have a bootleg? Do we have a bootleg play where Matt rolls and got a dragging a tight end maybe across?
Yeah, I was just thinking a tight end right over the middle. I remember a Georgia play in Tennessee with old Munson. Yeah, with old Munson saying I'm not going to do the Munson thing. I was fixing to, but That would be a good play.
Their face with a hobnail boot.
Yep,
Broke their nose.
I think a little dump pass right over the middle would probably work if we, as hard as they're crashing in, and you can't blame them. I mean, they have seen us play, and that is our game, so they're going to come up to stop it. And then we're going to finally get this play off now. It's going to be 4th down. This is a big play for our Raiders. Got to get in the end zone. Dump play, and we do just what we said, and that's going to be a score as he just dumps it right over. Man, it's like we're coaches up here. He hits Darrell Green, and it was a soft pass. It didn't get there quick enough in my book. But regardless, there is a flag on the play now.
I think it's celebration, unsportsmanlike celebration penalty.
Unsportsmanlike conduct celebration. They're probably going to want that on the kickoff. The play will count. It's 20-7. So in the second quarter, our Red Raiders put 20 so far on the board. Capitalize on a couple of Metter mistakes. Let's be honest. The punt there, muffed punt, they stopped us on defense. They've opened the door just a little bit for us, and we have capitalized, which is what you have to do. You have to make them pay when they make mistakes. So T.J. Wiley lines it up. Extra point attempt, 20-7 here. He gets it down, and that kick is up, and that kick is good.
There you go.
So 21-7, Rev. Now talk to me.
Feeling a lot better about it. I am a little bit anxious about this kickoff, being we're having to mark us off 15 yards. I would just about – let me ask you, if we decide to kick the ball out of bounds, would it go to the 35?
Well, I think the problem with that is I think it comes up more. But I think the problem with that's a good strategy is they can decline it and then just back us up 5 more yards and make us kick it again.
Yeah.
And so they could keep doing that till we're in bad shape. They have almost broken a couple on these kickoff returns.
Well, this number 3, this sophomore they got, this Justin Parrish. I think we're going to hear a little bit out of him if he keep his nose clean. He's shifty. And he's very, very fast. And, you come across kids, you can see they just got it. They got that it factor.
Yep.
I think he's the one player on this team, not to take away anything from any of their other players, but he's the one player that appears to be their game breaker. The guy that every time he touches it, he's got the opportunity to take it to the house.
And that is a huge penalty there, 15 yards. You can't. I guess you can blame them, Rev, but they were excited. It was a big play in the game there. Good call. Good call by the coaching staff.
It wasn't Drell that got the penalty. It was somebody, one of our other players that decided he wanted to celebrate and run his hand across his jersey show everybody what his number was.
He was doing that Cam Newton impersonation?
Yeah, thought he was.
T.J. Wiley set to kick it off, and I would have liked the squib right there. Regardless, 35, Harry Cato returns it, and he goes straight up the middle, heads north and south. And luckily we get in there and bring him down. He crosses midfield, and they are set up 33 seconds to go in this half.
What they going to do? You think they're going to run it or throw it?
Yeah. I just imagine they're going to put it at about the 46. Rev, it's going to be 1st and 10, and I sure would have loved to have seen us burn some time on that last.
That was good, yeah. On that, the last timeout, is that what you're
Yes, sir, and I guess they could have used a timeout to stop us, but they wouldn't have gotten a look at what we were doing there. 1st and 10, and now
too many players on the
this
field?
wedding camp kid is yeah, I think they got us, Rev.
We got 17.
Yeah, we were just trying. It never hurts. Too many people as Devontae O'Neal jogs off the field. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. 33 seconds to go in the half. Our defense needs a big stop here.
We need somebody to step up right here.
He had to get rid of it. He had to get rid of it as 53, Trevor Williams breaks through, puts pressure in this kid's face. Wedenkamp, he stands in there, Rev, and he delivers the ball regardless.
He does. He's tough. Looked like number 3, this Parrish kid. The ball was thrown to him. It was thrown a little bit low, but he came up, act like he was having some trouble with some cramps. Down
Wedenkamp again. He throws another nice pass up. We don't even turn around to look. It just falls out of bounds as the receiver tiptoes on the sideline there trying to make a pass or catch. But again, Wedenkamp put that in a place where only his guy could catch it. Nice play. Third down, though. Our Raiders are standing strong. 22 seconds to go. I don't think the clock's going to be much of a deal here if they keep throwing the ball, but I guess if we could tackle them in bounds, that'd be huge. 22
all right,
seconds.
TJ, back off a little bit.
Let's not do this up and go thing that we've. And number 6, Thomas Clyett. Pass goes incomplete. It's going to be fourth down. There's 16.9 seconds. There is a flag down.
Holding.
That's going to be holding against Metter. That's going to back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That's going to be about a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be 4th and 20.
Did we decline it?
We decline it and just make it 4th and 5. Or it would have been 3rd and 20. We decline it and just go ahead and put them in a 4th down situation.
Want you to be sure and stick around for our halftime Foster Rowland Automart halftime show. Be sure and stick around for that.
He gets the first down. I think he had enough just enough to get the first down. 10.9 seconds. I think we need to play by some NFL rules. I don't know the high school rules, but I know if there's a penalty on the offense with under 2 minutes to play, there's a 10-second runoff. I'm all for that. There'd be 0.9 seconds left.
I will take
regardless, they don't run the clock off. It's 8 seconds, 7 seconds. This could be the final play of the game or the half. Yeah, he's tackled down with 2-1. And that'll be the end of the half as our Raiders stop them here. Woo! 21-7. Your Red Raiders are ahead here tonight in Metter, Georgia, as they come back in the second quarter and take the lead, 21 unanswered. I'm feeling good.
How do you feel about it?
I'm feeling good.
I still don't think we've played quite as good as we could play, but we are winning. So maybe we'll make some adjustments at halftime and come out and put this game away early in the second half. That's what I'd like to see.
I would love to see it. We're going to let you go now here for halftime. Enjoy the halftime show by our Raider Regiment Band, and we will be back for the second half kickoff.
Stay tuned in just a few minutes. Shane Bennett and Joe Boatwright will be coming and talking a little bit about halftime for the halftime show. So stay around, and we'll see you at the beginning of the second half. We're going to take just a quick station break, but stay tuned.
You ready? Ready? Yeah. Welcome, Raider fans. It's halftime show here in Metter, and it's the Foster Rowland Auto Mart halftime show here with Shane Bennett and Joe Boatwright, and we're going to try to break down a few of the stats and give you a little insight on the first half of this game. Joe, the first half, basically what we have seen on Bacon County's part is, in one word, what would you say?
Sloppy.
Sloppy, yeah.
Yep.
We have not played to the Coach John standards that we've become accustomed to. But as sloppy as we've played, I'll break it down. We've got 8 first downs in the first half. We got 184 yards on 21 rushes. We got 13 yards on 2 passes, and one of those made it to the end zone there on a 4th down, which is a real crucial 4th down play for us. We've got no fumbles, which I think may be the biggest stat of the first half of this game after what happened last game.
Very important.
Another big stat is we've got a little over 60 yards in penalties in that first half, too. We've had some crucial penalties there.
That goes back to the sloppiness issue, though.
Yeah, we've not played good football in the first half. And breaking down Metter for you folks, Metter has 6 first downs in the first half. They got 15 rushes for a negative 2 yards in the first half, but they have 111 yards on 7 passes in the first half. 14 yards penalties, which is I think our stats are a little bit off on that. But their time of possession and our time of possession are pretty close. We have played some sloppy football in the first half, Joe.
Yeah, they've come out and it looked a little sluggish right from the start and had a few sloppy penalties. The turnovers Metters has helped us out a bunch, but they started to play a little different after the second, got into the second quarter. It looked like things picked up a little bit. Like I said, the big stat, I think, is the fumbles. We hadn't had any of those, and that's been a big plus.
Yeah, and I think, too, maybe we may have had a little Pierce-itis from last week, what happened with that. And thinking maybe we come in and Metter just roll over them, and Metter did not roll over for us, and they took it to us in that first quarter especially.
Yeah, you get a big game like that Pierce County game was, where spirits are up and you got a big crowd and you spend all week preparing for that, getting up. It's tough to do that 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, and this being, and Coach Johns alluded to it several times during the coaches show, that he had to get these boys turned around in 4 days and get them ready for a first region game. In a region, Joe, that we can't afford to lose not one game. Every game that we play in this region is very important. So
yeah. And like I say, from here on out, they're all region games, and every week they're going to have to come out. They're going to have to play to the standard Coach Johnson. I mean, you was talking about it earlier. I don't know that I'd want to be in that locker room right now, 'cause I'm pretty sure it's been loud in there.
Yeah, and I can tell you, he doesn't care what that scoreboard says right now. He is lighting up some tails right now with the way things went. And just overall intensity, I think, was lacking in the first quarter. It was picking up towards the end. We got a big punt there for a fumble, a muff punt. Which actually Payson ran in the end zone, but you can't advance a punt. So overall, we dodged a bullet in that first half. Hopefully, with some encouragement from Coach John and the other coaches, we'll come out in the second half and be a different football team.
You know, the defense played well. I mean, they had some sacks, caused one fumble. The defense played well, had a great play defensively. Receiver for Metter was wide open, and last hope, the defender, he tipped the ball away, and that was a big play.
Yeah, Greg got that. That was. You're exactly right. Well, you want to give us a little update on some of the other teams in our region, Joe?
Yeah, we got some scores here. As you know, here it's 21 to Bacon County 21, Metter 7. We got Vidalia over McIntosh Academy. That's 24 to 6. We had Pierce County, and these games are not final. Pierce County 21, Dublin nothing. Valdosta losing to Brooks County 7-3 and that was at the halftime. Fitzgerald was 10-0 over Irwin. Toombs 7-0 over Bryan. Ware County was 21-0 over Charlton at halftime. So got some good games going on around the state. Yeah,
we hope this one gets better in the second half.
Yeah.
So what do you think about our crowd tonight, Joe?
Yeah, I really hoped it would be a better crowd than what it is, but with it being as far as it is and early in the season kind of get adjusted, it's a decent crowd. I mean, it ain't what I figured it would be, but, you know, I understand things are tough. Gas is a lot of gallon, and that's a –
Yeah, and, another thing, too, we've kind of got used to these big crowds, especially after last week after seeing 4,000 folks in our stadium, but we've got a good crowd here.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the one thing, and you got a lot right now. There's more than what it looks like because there's a lot at the concession stands and, milling around different places. That's the one thing I can say. This community has stepped up, and they've embraced Coach Johns, and they've embraced these kids because they've come out and they put their heart in it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely been an improvement. But like I say, I just hope in the second half here that the coaches put a game plan together. We got to stop the pass. That's one thing that they killed us on, 111 yards in passing. We really haven't faced a team even Pierce County, all the accolades we heard of that quarterback in Pierce County, what they were going to do on us passing, they really didn't do.
No. This kid's threw the ball
Metter
well.
has thrown the ball better than Pierce County did.
Yes, sir. This kid has put the ball where it's supposed to be, and he's had some drop passes himself.
Yeah, he's had some drop.
And
that Greg don't get a finger on that one down there. That's 6 points there in itself.
And that was a big play because that was closing in, and that's tight. That's a must game. That's a must play, and he did. He stepped up and made a big play on that thing.
Give you a little update on the injuries from last week. We got Romeo Carino is still he's awaiting some swelling and stuff to go down to get a MRI to get an accurate diagnosis, but he is looking like an ACL injury and probably going to be out at least for a few weeks and maybe for the season, depending on how bad that ACL is. And I hate that for him being a senior. Good kid, hard. He's our linebacker. He's just going to be hard to replace.
That's tough on a kid. He comes in and he works hard all through the summer, and he comes into the summer camp. And anybody that's ever played high school football, they don't play because they got summer camp. Nobody likes summer camp. Yep. And you come in and sacrifice all that time, and then in the first game of the season, you go down with a bad injury, and that's just heartbreaking for him.
Yeah, and the thing with Romeo, this is the third time this has happened to him. The first game is 8th grade year. First game is 10th grade year. First game of the season, he got an injury and was out for the season. So he's batting 1,000 here with his senior year going out in the first game. So we wish him the best. So.
Oh, yeah. But, well, halftime's about to come to an end. Looking forward to a great second half. I'm pretty sure Coach Johns has got them refocused and ready to play this second half, and maybe they'll keep on. They've had some good bounces. 21-7 is a good lead, but we need to advance that thing a little bit.
Yeah, we do. And just the update on the as far as the network here, we've had some difficulties here with the network connection, folks. So we are working on that during half. Hopefully, if you're hearing this, we're getting caught up or halfway through the game, so we're doing everything we can to bring you a live stream of this. I know from what we're getting told that it was a little bit behind, but anyway, stick with us. We're going to work on this and hopefully get it better. But anyway, stick with us. The second half is coming up, and again, thanks to Foster Roland Auto Mart for supporting us on this halftime show. Remember, support our businesses that support Bacon County football.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so starting off the second half here, Matter's going to kick it away. We're going to call a fair catch as DeJuan Merritt waves his hand and fair catches it at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for our Red Raiders here to start the second half. We really jumped on them there after we got hit in the mouth early in the game. We jumped on them, and it's 21-7. We have never beat Metter High School in our history as a school. Bacon County has never beaten Metter. We've played them 4 times, lost all 4 times.
We had 189 yards rushing in the first half and 15 yards passing. They had -2 yards rushing. Metter did with 111 yards passing.
Thrift keeps it, shakes one. He was right in his face, Rev. I know he had to just smile at him as he went by. I mean, he looked right at the guy and just kept it and cut it up. And that little bit of pause on the defense allowed Matt to squeak through there, and he has an 8-yard gain on first down to open up the second half.
Once again, we want to thank Foster Roland Auto Mart for providing our halftime show. We appreciate Foster and all his gang. If you need your car serviced or worked on, or you need a used vehicle, be sure and see Foster Roland in Baxley, Georgia. We got the slots out here to the right. I don't know if that was a bad read or what, but they are keying on DeJuan.
They were in the backfield there before he even had a chance to get the ball off, and Matt tried to get it back from him, saying, no, give it back. But thankfully, DeJuan held on to the ball and just went ahead and took the medicine there. 3rd and short for the Raiders. 3rd and 1 here, Rev. What do you?
Well, they're going to look at us up the middle. I don't know what we do. Looks like we're probably going to run a lead. We're probably going to lead. That's what we're running. A lead.
And we get a good push.
Yes. We still going to run power. Who did we put? Greg Wright in there to lead up into the hole, sell off the linebacker, and handed the ball over to Ronnie. And just by brute force, we got 4 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line for the Red Raiders. So they come out here to start the second half, get a first down. The clock's ticking. We're up 21-7. There's 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter as we've just started the second half here. Thrift under center. He's got Ronnie Peterson behind him.
Here we go.
There's a pitch out to Greg Wright, and he's down as their quarterback makes a nice open field tackle. Greg Wright with another first down run takes it across midfield and down to about the 44-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Well, we knew it was a matter of time. They're just jamming everybody up. It was just a matter of time before we pitched it wide.
And that was a nice pitch.
It was a very nice pitch. It was a nice play. Matt forced it, the defensive end to commit, and Greg caught the ball. Beautiful pitch. Caught it wide open, and he was 10 yards down the field before anything. They knew what was happening.
And that was
a great play by number 7.
That is Trent Thomas for them. Guess what, Rev? Another sophomore for this Metter High football team.
He's a good-looking athlete. He actually hit Matt and tackled DeJuan.
He had all coverages on the same play. I know as soon as the ball, they're probably going to try to change up that snap count. They're probably starting to figure out Matt's cadence and know when that ball's coming, when it's going to be hiked. But
I would run drill right down the seam right here. There he goes.
And that is
DeJuan.
The tank. He didn't look too slow there.
Nope.
He jumped right up in the hole, and his head was high, and he kept pressing forward, and that's a gain of about 12.
We're giving them a steady dose of number 5 and number 28. They're going to be waking up in the middle of the night seeing those numbers.
That doesn't your enthusiasm was high when you started the game, but after you've tried to tackle that number 5 and even Ronnie, the amount of running backs we throw at them, suddenly they're not as anxious when it comes to this time of the ball game.
Nope. There he goes again. There goes Ronnie.
And that's Ronnie Peterson off the left side, and he takes it down. He breaks a couple of tackles, uses a stiff arm, gets up, pumping his fist. As always, fired up, a wonderful run. He takes it down to the 10-yard line. I don't know if they're going to mark it right outside the 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line maybe.
If you're watching this you can see Ronnie just turned and looked at the coach and showed him, I was holding the ball with 2 hands, Coach. Them fumbles last week. We don't want to do that.
Boy, they are in our backfield consistently. Matt's doing good to make the right decisions at the right time, and those are split-second decisions that basically, Rev, I'm not making. Okay.
No, and he's trying to make the decision, and just depends on where the defensive end, what he does. Depends on what Matt does, and he's looking at the defensive end, and if they've got a stunting linebacker or something, his eyes are directly on the defensive end. That's who he's optioning off of. That's who he's deciding to hold it, pull it, whatever the defensive end does.
And there's a flag on the play.
I guess it was whistled dead before the play.
That's probably going to be an illegal procedure false start penalty on us, I'm assuming.
Either that or a offside penalty, one of the two.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start. It's going to back us up 5 yards. It'll be second. And about 15 now. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter as the Raiders have taken the kickoff from the 30-yard line now, and they've marched it down the field to about just outside the 10. Now they've backed it up to the 16, 17-yard line, but they've put together a nice drive here to start the second half. Again, Matt does a great job of he does a great job of eluding tacklers, and they are.
I'd run the same play again. Greg Wright was wide open in the back of the end zone. Matt just didn't have time to get it loose.
Yeah, they are busting through our offensive line, and I'm sure that is what they're trying to do. They're gambling. They're at the stage of the game where they realize that just lining up and playing regular mano-a-mano doesn't seem to be working for them, so they're going to start bringing pressure and dialing up blitzes from different areas to try to confuse the run game and put us into passing situations.
This is definitely a passing situation. You got Greg Wright lined up wide and Devontae. There goes Matt. Nope.
He gets back to close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be fourth down. About 11 yards.
Are we going to kick it or I don't know. See what Coach Johns chooses to do. I don't think he's going to kick it.
He's going to go for it.
4th and 11.
6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Your Raiders are leading 21-7. First drive to start the second half. The Raiders have a big fourth down here, 4th and 11. Nice block. Flag down as the ball is intercepted.
It's all right.
We do have a flag down in the backfield.
I'd rather them intercept it 10 yards down the field than I had turn it over to them. It actually cost them 5 yards or 10 yards.
That's an illegal shift. Metter has a man down on the field.
Is that their quarterback?
I don't think so.
It's number 4.
Connor West.
May just be
down,
cramping.
probably cramps is what it looks like. Well, we put together a nice drive there. We burned some time off the clock, took it from our 30, and now when they take it over here and we resume action, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and they're going to be deep in their own territory. They're going to be at about the 4-yard line.
Well, if we wasn't going to get the first down, it was the very best possible situation that could have happened to us. He intercepted the ball. It's going to go down as an interception in the stat book. But in all reality, that was a 10-yard gain. It wasn't an 11-yard gain. It was a 10-yard gain. And we've turned it over to him inside or at the 5-yard line? Just inside the 5-yard line?
They're still tending to this Metter Tiger.
We're going to take a quick station break as they look and see what's going on with this young man. Hope everything's all right. We just hope it's a cramp. Looks like she's massaging his leg. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you.
We are back here at the Jungle as they're still tending to this Metter player. Seems as though he has an ankle injury. Our thoughts and prayers go out to him. Rev, I'm happy with the way things are going tonight. We've come back now, and we're putting them on the ropes. It's kind of like where they had us to start the game. It is good to see. Well, it's good to see him up, and you hate to see this, but this is part of the game, I suppose.
Yeah, it's injuries are always tough. This young man is an 11th grader, junior. He's plays linebacker, and as brought to our attention, he's been disruptive all night. So I don't know that he's got a lot of tackles, but he has been disrupting things for us all night long. We hope everything's okay with him. His name's Connor West. They're bringing him off the field. Looks like it's going to be an ankle. Took his shoe off, and we just hope everything's okay with him. I hope he's able to recover and get back on the football field. The very best possible situation that could have happened for us on 4th and 11 if we didn't make it. They intercepted the ball 10 yards downfield, stepped out of bounds, so we have pinned them deep. We've pinned them very deep.
And this game is far from over. Here we are again. I don't want us to sound too confident because they still have a quarterback that can sling it. We put pressure on him. He gets rid of it, and that was just off target as Richard Crawford was in the backfield, and deep on the coverage was Greg Wright. And
that was good coverage.
That is what we have to do, pressure the quarterback, force them into a mistake deep in their own territory. We've got to do whatever it takes to put some pressure in his face. We can't let him sit there and play with us like we did the first couple of series.
Well, as you watch pro football, these people make millions of dollars with the best pass defense, which is the pass rush. And if we put pressure on him, if we put pressure on the quarterback.
That is Harry Cato on the run. He gets nothing as the Red Raider defense stands strong. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Now we got 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and 10.
5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. This is a big 3rd down for our defense to keep them pinned down here, keep the momentum in our favor as their quarterback, Wedenkamp, stands tall. He delivers a pass.
Nice
Greg
play.
Wright
Nice
reads
play.
where he's going. He read the eyes of the quarterback on that one, made a move on the play, Rev.
Yeah, that was a good play.
You could see it from the press box. That had interception written all over it.
Sure did. He made a similar read in the first quarter, went for the interception. They got a long first down. He was just a fraction of a second off, but about one more time throwing that, it's going to be a pick six. He knows he's got that play sniffed out. That was a good play by Greg.
The quarterback's arm basically on that one saved him. He just gunned that ball in there. So they're going to have to punt it away deep in their own territory as the punter lines up with his heels on the back end line. Austin Brosh for the Tigers punted away, and we don't even have anybody back to return it. We're going to be happy with wherever it stops dead at, and that is on their side of the field at the 49-yard line. We end up with great field position here, and we've controlled the second half here, Rev. We need to continue to keep the pressure on and put some points on the board.
Well, we're in the type offense we run is, we just eat time. We just eat time by keeping the ball on the ground. And right now, we're doing what we do. Maybe we don't beat Team 63-7 or whatever, but we just take the ball and we drive it downfield. We play field position, and we keep them deep, play strong defense. So right now we are playing our game plan. If we'll just quit shooting ourselves in the foot with unnecessary penalties, maybe we can do something here. There
so
goes
we take
it.
Merritt
Wow.
is stuck, and you don't see that often,
No, you
folks.
do not. No, you do not.
He had the wood laid to him there, and that's that number 7 again, Trent Thomas. Hey, Rev, guess what he is?
Sophomore.
He's a sophomore.
But I noticed DeJuan, when he come up, he was slapping his hands together as he walked back. You know what he was thinking?
We'll meet again.
Yeah, we will meet again. There is coming a reckoning day.
That was a beautiful play. That's the middle linebacker's position there. That is his job on the field, and he fielded it nicely there. Great play. After a gain of a couple, it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for our Red Raiders. And they meet again as DeJuan Merritt, a little extracurricular activity there. As DeJuan Merritt takes it up, comes right back to him.
I tell you what the extracurricular activity was. Our center, Ryan Howell, was blocking that safety 15 yards down the field. That's what it was. He was all over him.
I don't think that safety liked that kind of stuff very much.
No. He likes playing back here. He don't like to get dirty.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Here we are with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. We've basically eaten up this whole quarter. Matt keeps it, and he goes off the left side, and he has a lot of room. And he takes it down the left sideline, eventually knocked out of bounds. It's going to be right around the 15-yard line before they push him out. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 15.
That's Bacon County football.
This young man continues to impress me. The decisions he makes in those split-second moments. I know he has reads and keys and everything that he's reading, but continually he just makes good decisions. On that one, that's a gain of about 30 yards as he just takes it around the left side.
That was a great play, great read by Matt. You know, they've been keying on him all night long, so. There goes DeJuan.
He puts it in the gut of the tank, and the tank's going to barrel down.
Yes.
And if he isn't in, he is. He scores in that far corner. Touchdown, Bacon County. It's 27-7.
Well, you know, we say turnaround is fair play. Number 7 hit DeJuan a while ago, but DeJuan just run over number 7 on the goal line. So, what, we get another celebration penalty? Is that what it was?
He got the piling down there. If you get the piling, you get the touchdown.
That's right.
There is a flag down as the referees talk about it.
Let's see what this call is.
Touchdown is good.
After the play.
And they're going to call
unsportsmanlike
against Metter.
Maybe we'll take this on the.
Yes, we will take that on the kickoff, Rev. There's no need in getting 1 yard when you can get 15. And so it's 26-7. I got a little excited there, forgot what the score was. 26-7, 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the third period. We're going to go for the extra point attempt here. And we are going to try to kick it as T.J. Wiley lines it up.
Should be 27-7, shouldn't it? Should be 27-7.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it was 21.
Yeah. We need a good kick right here. Let's get this. Yeah.
And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And that's 28-7. Now our Raiders have extended the lead, and it's getting a little chippy out there.
Yeah.
There's another flag down. 2 flags down.
Yeah. Looks like someone lost their laundry out there. Point is good.
Point is good.
Personal foul.
Another 15-yard penalty.
We're going to be kicking a field goal.
We're going to do an onside kick. We're going to do an onside kick here to start this off. Are you listening to me, Bobby?
It's refreshing that some of these discipline calls are going for us, going against the other team. One of our MOs in the past has been we seem to get in problems with our discipline, but I'm glad that they're the ones that's making the mistakes now instead of us. Shows that Coach Johns and the coaching staff have really worked on the character and integrity issues and making sure that everybody knows this is not about them, it's about the team. And I feel like we're coming together as a football team, still a very young football team. Bacon County is still very young, even though we have some experience. We've still got a lot of starting sophomores that are getting a lot of playing time. Started at one game last year. We started 7 freshmen, and we still went 7-4. So I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'm excited.
I'm telling you, it is. There are bright days ahead for the football program in Bacon County, and so they mark off both of these penalties. Now, I don't think I've ever seen this before, Rev, where we're going to kick the ball off. Now, if we kick it through the uprights, is that 3 points? I'm just wondering.
I don't know. We're kicking from their 30. We're kicking across the 50. Kicking it from their 30.
I can almost guarantee you this will be an onside kick.
It still has to go 10 yards.
We botched that onside
right?
kick last week. Yes, sir, the ball didn't go 10 yards. I'm sure we'll work on this onside kick formation and everything here again.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I would onside it. If you kick it through the upright, they're going to get it on the if you kick it through the end zone, they're going to get it on the 20. Yep. Give yourself a chance to catch it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, like we were saying, we were going to onside it, except maybe not. 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Our Raiders are up 28-7 in the third period. We've come out in the second half, scored a touchdown. The kick is a little pooch kick, and they just let it go right through. It's going to come out to the 20-yard line. Rev, I would have liked to have seen us do something different there. But guess what? I'm up in the press box.
Well, one of their players looked like he almost stuck his hand out and touched it.
Here we are again. All the heat now is on them. We realize they know that everybody in the stadium knows they have to pass.
Well, I would at this point I would turn my defense loose, and the quarterback, I'd see what he's made of. The quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
And this kid hasn't done much of that tonight.
Here goes Richard.
We rush again.
Good defense.
T.J. Wiley is there on the coverage.
Great defense. You know what? This is really this pass-happy offense right now is going to wind up paying big dividends, I think, for us in the future. When we play other spread teams, we've played Pierce that spreads it. Now we played Metter that spreads it. And we should be able to at least know. I mean, there's only so many patterns you can run, and I think everything that could be thrown at us has been thrown at us the last 2 games.
And the more these guys play together, the stronger, like you said, we're going to get. And that is a run, a little delayed draw, and that is Harry Cato, the senior. He takes it up for a first down, up to about the 40-yard line. Nice gain for the Tigers. It's going to be 1st and 10 as they get us with a quick hitter there.
It's okay. That's okay.
3.5 minutes to go. It's the third quarter. Our Raiders, the good guys, are in the lead 28-7.
Oh,
and that was just a busted play on their part.
Intentional.
I don't know if the center didn't get the right snap count. The rest of the offensive line just sat there, and our defenders were bum rushing him. They can do what they want to do. We're going to get the quarterback as
Till
Crawford.
The whistle sounds.
That's right. I love it. They're not standing around watching it. They're getting after it out there. And Wedenkamp makes a great – all he could do was just get rid of the ball, and he does just that. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 now. Wedenkamp. We might have got there a little early.
No.
Yeah, I was just fixing to say that, Rev. We got there a little early on that one.
You think so?
Yes, sir. It was good coverage, but Tron Folsom there hit the defender in the back just a little bit before the ball got there.
Well, maybe my eyes are slow, but
it's going to be a first down from the spot.
Yeah.
I think it's a 15-yard penalty in high school football, I think, pass interference. So that'll be a 15-yarder, more than the pass would have gotten had he completed it. That's going to get them up over the 50-yard line. Pretty big penalty on us. But that is a sophomore out there for Strawn Folsom.
Oh.
Now we jump off sides, and I'm surprised we haven't seen that already tonight.
Yeah.
You know, we've been hitting that snap count, timing things up, and we've been in the backfield all night. That's just one tool they're going to have to employ to try to slow that rush down.
Well, up 21 points late in the third quarter, your defense can kind of just open it up. So,
but we don't want to rest on our heels here. I mean, we don't want to take it easy. We still want to keep the pressure on, and my goodness, does Ronnie Peterson just lay the lumber to their quarterback.
Yeah, he gets up a little gimpy.
I am telling you, he just bent him in two. He gets up, shakes it off. This is a tough kid.
You don't like to see this, but they pulled a truck down to take number 4, Connor West. Looks like they've got him at least in an air cast. They're going to carry him. Looks like going to carry him to the emergency room to check out his injury, at least give him an X-ray and find out what's going on.
2nd down and 5 as Wedenkamp directs traffic, and then he just calls his own number, and he gets up, and he's probably close to a first down. Ronnie Peterson again on the tackle.
He's calling it third.
He is all over the field.
Down? He's calling it third down, no measurement, so I don't know.
Yeah,
what kind of spot was that? He spotted it.
They can call it third down if they want. If I was their coach, I'd be wanting a measurement.
Well, where he marked it 2 feet ahead of where the guy had it marked.
So 3rd and short regardless. Chris Tarver, a freshman in the game for Metter,
they're going to get the first down.
Goes across, and they hand the ball off again to their Harry Cato, their senior. Put it in the big guy's hands, and he gets the first down for them. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Metter. So they're putting it together here with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the third period. This period seems like it's lasted forever. I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
It seems like it's probably because we're in the lead and I'm wanting that clock to get out of here. Unlike last week when the clock was killing me, I'm ready for it to be done now. I wonder why that is. Wedenkamp stands tall.
Oh.
We rush him again, and the pass is
great play.
Incomplete.
Great play by Devontae O'Neal.
That's Taylor Dollars, who the pass was intended for. Guess what, Rev? He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Asa Lanier runs off.
And our sophomore just made a play on their sophomore.
2nd down and 10 for the Tigers.
We're playing press coverage up down here. Devontae is 2 yards off of the receiver.
And that is a great play by the Raider defense as they're hitting everybody out there. And little 15 now for Metter is tying up with Devontae O'Neal. I think he hit him in his belly button. He swung high. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 with flags on the play.
You got to stop.
He's a feisty one.
He jumped up and hit him in his belly button.
That's it.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh.
So they're working this out. The penalty's going to go against us. And, you know, we're up, but it is no time for us to – and I know Johns won't be happy with this. We have got to maintain composure here, and we need to stop. We can't allow them to come down and make this a two-score ball game. You know, let's face it, if they score here, one big play could make this thing a real ball game, and the way we've dominated for 2 quarters, we don't need to let them back into it now.
Dog.
And we continue the penalties. We've been getting across and in their face all night long. Those dogs are loving they smell, those sharks, I guess you will. They smell blood in the water, and they've been having a good time in the backfield. They're trying to get back there early. And, you know, this is just something that is smart on the quarterback's place. He's using that cadence. He's still trying to do it. Now the cadence didn't work, and he says, now, Coach, what you want me to do? 1st and 5, 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in this third period. Our Raider fans are chanting defense. They're going to
call a timeout.
They're going to call a timeout. Metter High does as the 12th man here in Metter, Georgia, makes an impact. I don't know if he couldn't hear the coach, but that crowd for Bacon County Red Raiders is loud over there.
They are, and I would say it looks like we have very, very close to the same numbers that Metter does over here. We had quite a few Bacon County people, and all of them. Well, almost all of them are standing up over there, so we enjoy good football. You know, this is something we just need to stop them right here. We just need to stop them and let them know you've done all you're gonna do now. We've shot ourselves in the foot this drive with a useless penalty, 15-yard penalty.
And when we've been going as hard as we're going, it is hard to then let pick your foot up off the pedal, right, and to stay away from some of these mistakes. Let's face it, when you play as reckless as we're playing on defense, I mean, we're just flying everywhere. When you play that aggressive, you're going to encounter some penalties. You know, it's going to be part of the game. You know, some of that's going to take place, and you don't mind it. You don't tell them that if you're a coach, but you'd rather have 0 penalties. But if your guys are hustling and making effort plays and they just wind up in a bad position sometimes, you take it. You'd rather have them flying around than worried about getting a penalty.
Well, especially, if you're jumping a cadence every now and then trying to get an advantage, that's one thing. But when a play's over and you punch another player, that's just stupidity.
1st and 5. I couldn't have said it any better myself. 1st and 5. They do that draw, that same play.
Yep.
That same play, and it's wide open. They got us for a big gainer here earlier, and that is just a good play call for where we're at defensively. We all come forward. He puts it in the running back's gut there, and with 1 minute and 6 seconds in the third period, just like that, they drive it down the field and put it in the end zone. It's 28-13 as they attempt the extra point here. And this is a 2-score contest. This is a ball game. It's not over. I wanted it to be.
Yep. Nope. Not over. Just got a text from Tim Worley, who is at the Wheeler County game tonight. They're playing Monroe out of Albany.
There's some confusion for Metter where to line up and how to get it done. We jump off sides. Possibly bail them out there. Now the ref's going to ask them what they want to do.
If they're going to kick it, it's not going to give them an advantage.
They may take half the distance to the goal. I don't know. They're just going to decline it and just stay where they're at. This is where they practice from. This is the distance that they're used to. Let's don't mess with it. They say they elect to decline the penalty.
Metter's got a left-footed kicker. Nice kick.
We run into our own, or run into ourselves. And that kick is no good. It was a nice one. I agree with you, Ref. 28-13. The extra point attempt is no good, and that could loom large as the night continues here. So we come out and score. They come back and score. This is Region 2 AA football right here. We're not going to run away with this thing. This is going to be definitely the same style of game that we played last week. We just have, let's face it, Metter's not Pierce County, but this is still going to be a battle.
No, what we can't do is just try to run the clock out. We need to come down here, be aggressive, and go put another one in the end zone.
Yeah, we start playing not to lose, and that winds up in a loss. more often than not. So
That's
I'm sure Coach has got them fired up, saying, "Hey, look, this ball game isn't over. Just because you jumped out here to 28-7 doesn't mean anything. We've still got a quarter and a minute of football left to play, and we need to run through the tape." That's what I tell all my kids all the time. Run through the tape, baby. Run through the tape. Finish the deal. Finish the deal.
Pierce County's at halftime's leading Dublin 21-7. 21-7 at halftime score.
Got to be smart here if you're Bacon County. Look for everything, the onside or whatever might be coming. They already don't have a great kicker. They just about be good to do an onside. Did we call a timeout there? Yeah, we call a timeout. There was some confusion about who was supposed to be on the field as Coach had Devontae O'Neal on the sidelines. Somebody was in bad position. Their kicking game right here, I just hate these things. They don't have much to lose.
Right.
When they have kicked it, it's been, I think we fair caught one at the 30-yard line. That's about as far as they're going to get it. So they probably figure, they don't have a whole lot to lose, another 20 yards possibly from doing onside kicks. And they're lined up. They're ready to go. 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in this third period. 28-13. The good guys are out in front.
The guys in white.
And, Rev, we have, the athletes we have on the field, let's face it, this, like you said earlier, this is going to make us stronger when we put together a run here and we face some real competition, hardcore, that throw the ball all over the place. It's going to be – that's a nice kick, better than one we've seen to this point. Down to the 10-yard line. Greg Wright stutter steps.
No, Greg.
Reverses it back around now, going the wrong way. And he's going to be tackled down with flags down. The football comes out. The football is out, and it goes out of bounds as we dodge a big one right there. He puts the ball on the dirt, and they try to jump on it, and it just squibs right out of bounds. And we dodge a huge one there. So
I think that play may wind up being on the not-so-top 10 on the ESPN. What you think?
I do imagine.
That was almost as bad as the guy running 60 yards the wrong way on a punt.
And they have another player down. You hate to see this.
We were running 30 yards the wrong way on a kickoff. Number 11, LaQuavius Kelly, sophomore, laying down on the sideline.
Yeah, there was a lot of action going down right over there when that ball came out. There were black jerseys flying everywhere trying to get it, and luckily nobody was able to fall on it before it went out of bounds.
We were very fortunate.
That would have been first and 10, first and goal after they just scored. That would have been a huge swing. So we dodge a bullet there. You ready for some trivia here, Ref?
Shoot it at me.
All right, in 60 years of football here for Bacon County, 60 years of football from 1951 to 2011, I want you to guess how many winning seasons we've had. How many winning seasons in 60 years?
10.
Pretty close, a little higher. 14 winning seasons in 60 years.
No wonder we're excited.
So you wonder why we drive up here to Metter and we're fired up about a 28-13 ball game. And in the last, since in 1987 was the best record we've ever had. It was a 9-2 record. Coach Tony Rigdon was the coach at that time. As we went 9-2 that year, that's the best record we've ever had at Bacon County High. We've had 5 winning seasons since 1987, and it is quite honestly not a long, checkered, storied past of great football played by Bacon County.
The past has been, we've been known for our baseball and our basketball, but Coach Johns has come in here and he's changed the mojo.
And there's looks like another ankle or knee or something. That's
one of their playmakers, number 11.
Yeah, you hate to see this. You don't want to win this way for sure. You want to play a ball game and everybody come out of it
unscathed,
without any injuries.
I always want the other team to have to ice something up, some bumps and bruises, but I sure don't want to see anybody be put down by a major injury. That's just, especially high school kids,
For the last 3 years, Rev, we have, and I know Johns was only here last year, but the last 3 years we have gotten better every year. We went from 2-8 to 3-7 to 4-6 to last year being 7-4. And so we have things going in the right direction here. We just expect great things. 1st and 10. Ronnie Peterson off the left side. He's met immediately. As Metter is not giving up. They're not throwing in the towel. They're still hitting hard. I believe that was big 50 in there for him. He's been in on many different plays tonight. That's Sharky Johnson.
I think I would have to see what their cornerback number 17 and 31 has out here. Maybe 17's a linebacker, but I believe I would have to see. I would have to pitch it and see what one of our guys could do out here.
15 seconds to go to the end of the third quarter here. A flag is down. We had motion. We go off the right side. They're going to back us up. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. 28-13. The good guys are up, as we've said. They're going to back us up. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. 2nd down and 12. They have us pinned deep. We had extra movement going right before the ball was snapped. On a hot, muggy night here in Metter, Georgia.
I'm ready for cool weather to get here, aren't you?
I am telling you. I stepped out of this press box and went down to the concession stand and get my typical hot dog. And I'm telling you, I broke out a sweat just walking halfway there. It's hot and muggy. Muggy.
Looked like you took a shower.
No chance of that.
Didn't smell like it, but it took like it.
I noticed you standing away from me there. Third quarter, 8 seconds to go.
There goes Matt.
Matt keeps it, and he's downed. He's going to be short. He's going to be short of the first down. That's going to be the start of the fourth quarter there. He's going to be 3rd and about 4 or 5. Well, 3rd and 5 when they get the field swapped around. So, Rev, we came out, put a drive together, scored, put it in, and then we just kind of gave them a little bit, and they made some nice plays, a couple of nice play calls. Same play, I'm convinced. And a little delayed draw to their number 35, Harry Cato. He's been running tough all night, and he has basically 2 big plays on that drive and a lot of whole other junk in between. But I bet on those 2 plays they netted 50 yards. And
plus, we give them we had 4 penalties, I think. One was a 15-yarder after the play was over.
It's been sloppy for both sides tonight. It's been a sloppy contest. It's early in the season, and I know this is something that both coaches, both sides will be wanting to correct to make things right. They don't want to play this kind of football. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 here to start the fourth quarter for our Red Raiders, and we'd like to thank C. Bennett and Johnson for making this broadcast happen. We need sponsors like C. Bennett and Johnson to make it happen. I want to be here talking to you about football. Rev loves talking about football. We love watching these mighty Red Raiders, and so we thank C. Bennett and Johnson for making that happen. 3rd and 5. We try the right side, and there is nothing there. They push us back. And there was a host of them. Jeffrey Love jumps up from the pile for Metter, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And I know we want to see air it out there and try something different and throw it and try to do a little something to mix them up. But quite honestly, if we're in this position every week, 28-13, with a quarter to go of football, I just don't imagine we're going to see much of Bobby Johns throwing the ball. A great punt by T.J. Wiley. The defender lets it roll. It's going to be downed at about the 43-yard line. So what do you think, Rev? Where are we at?
Well, it looks good to me, the decision. I sure wouldn't question Coach Johns, but they are stacking it up in the middle at some point. Maybe us being as deep as we were, he was not wanting to turn and pitch the ball, take a chance of pitching it behind somebody. I know that you don't want to do that near your end zone, but I just feel like sooner or later we can exploit them out wide. They're jamming everybody on the inside, and if we'll just take it and pitch it, just pitch it one or two times, I feel like we'd be finding ourselves down close to scoring if we don't score.
Well, so here we are. Metter holds on defense. They now get the ball back after they've just scored. We rush him.
Oh, come on.
He shakes our defender. He throws it, and it is hits number 3 for them, Justin Parrish, right in the hands, and he drops it. And that was, again, a lot of – this guy reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. He's able to kind of make it look easy to avoid our defenders at times, and then he just throws on the run and puts one on the money.
If you would have told me that he could have stiff-armed our best linebacker and just pushed him aside to make that throw rather than a 10-yard loss, we almost had disaster. I would have never believed it.
2nd and 10 here. Again, another little – that was a little inside screen there, and that's a good way to get a receiver hurt.
Yeah.
He had alligator arms on that one, Rev. He didn't want to reach out and catch it.
Well, that's some of them plays that they've heard them footsteps and felt that leather pop earlier in the game, and they just didn't want to get eat up again. So that's what happens when you hit people early. They don't want no more when it starts getting late.
We are getting great pressure on every play. He is under duress, but he is making some good calls. You see him here calling the play at the line of scrimmage. He rolls out to his right, and he is just stuffed. Richard Crawford has been coming all night long. He has been coming. And that time he again gets him for a deep loss. That's looking good.
The quarterback just went down, and he went down hard.
And that's what happens. Let's face it, it's a tough night for this wedding camp kid. He's made some great plays, but we keep bringing more than they can block, and we've done that all night. Yeah, we've taken a couple on the chin, but more often than not, we've gotten to him, and we stuck him hard right there. And if there's a guy out there on the football field I don't want hitting me, it's Richard Crawford.
That's true.
High snap. They try to get it away, and they do.
And he kills
Great,
it.
My goodness. What a play by number 68, Austin Brosh. Their offensive lineman, look at it, he walks down. I hear you, Austin Brosh. He runs down the field raising his hands like whoop, whoop. That was a great
the punt
play.
Of his career on a ball. He thought he just got scared he was going to get tackled deep, and he wasn't thinking. He just kicked.
He maintained composure. Yeah, he kicked that thing 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 yards, and most of that was in the air.
I heard of a record being set last week by a kid from Coffee County, 80-yard punt.
Goodness.
80-yard punt.
Our Red Raiders hold on defense. In spite of that great punt, we got what we want, which is the ball back. 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line. Flag down again. 9 minutes and 52 seconds to go in this ball game. Metter is still alive. They won't quit. They're not giving up. They won't go away. We keep loving on them by hurting ourselves. That's a 5-yard false start penalty. It's going to be 1st and 15. And I wonder what the stats are Rev, from starting on 1st and 10 and starting on 1st and 15 on converting another first down.
Well, when you got a running type offense, I'm sure it's not very good.
Nine minutes and 52 seconds. It's the fourth quarter. 28-13.
Good cutback. Saw a cutback lane. Good cutback. We're just content to run the clock.
DeJuan Merritt gets it back close to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of a few. He was about one man away from making a big gainer there.
His number 11, as he made it back on the field, I did see him taping him up. He is back out there.
Yes, he is back out on the field.
He's a little bit gimpy. I don't think he's going to run anybody down, but
2nd and 12 for the Red Raiders.
There goes Matt.
Matt keeps it.
Oh,
he
he's not going
slides
down.
3 or 4 tackles. They're just slipping off of him. I think he's got some grease on him there, Rev. He takes it up.
I think that's a workout program.
Is that what it is? That's
I believe
scrimp.
it is. I believe
that's scrimp.
Yeah.
He lowers his shoulder and gets down to where there's nothing but shoulder pads and ankles to tackle.
And he's made it 3rd and manageable. If we had, if we hadn't had the penalty, that would be a first down right now. Very close to it.
Asa Lanier, a sophomore for the Matter defense, is cheering the crowd on, saying, let's go. A big 3rd down here, 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this contest. Huge 3rd down, and Thrift is disappointed that he let that one go. It's a gain of 0 yards as Matter was right there. They stuffed it. That's number 54 for them, Quasi Williams. He met the ball carrier immediately, and as soon as Matt handed it off, Rev, he just kind of looked and in disgust, thought, man, I should have kept it.
Kind of looked with his head down. And
this is where I'm loving T.J. Wiley. He's made some quality punts already we've seen this year.
I just hope he kicks it away from
7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this game. They block it. They block it. The ball rolls out of bounds. There is a flag down. I hope it's offsides on them. I tell you, this could be a huge play in this game. Let's see what the call is. Early indications are it's a false start on us. Illegal shift. They're going to decline that penalty. And, Rev, they're going to have great field position on a block punt. It seemed as though it took forever for TJ to punt that ball. And we give them a little break here. Again, these Matter Tigers are not going to quit. And we are just showing an inability right now to finish them off. We just kind of let them keep hanging around and let them keep hanging around. And now they have it 1st and 10 deep in our side of the field. There, I think they have it on about the 10-yard line.
Maybe the 15.
15-yard line is hard to see from this angle in the press box. So they're going to have it right at about the 15-yard line. Here's where we need our defense to rise up. If I see that little draw play again, which they do right there, and there he goes. He had it open. He just tripped up. That play has worked 2 or 3 times tonight, and you know the defense had to be looking for it. And you just sense the swing of Big Mo in the way of Matter. Their band's playing, they're getting it rocking, their crowd's into it, and the Red Raider fans sit on the other side of the field watching. 2nd and 2 for Matter. 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this ball game. High snap. They give it again to number 35, Harry Cato. He's met at the line of scrimmage. 7 minutes. They call it a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line for Matter. 1st and goal, 6 minutes and 55 seconds. He has all day to pass. Great pass deflection. I believe it was Ronnie Peterson in there he just read the quarterback's eyes the whole way. He was looking for the little slant there. And
it's time for an interception.
We dodged a bullet there. 6 minutes and 44 seconds left in this ball game. Our Red Raiders are hanging on.
Yeah, I'd almost rather them throw the ball than to do that little draw again because we hadn't got a clue on stopping that thing tonight.
Yeah, it was open the last time. We just happened to trip him up. 28-13, second and goal on the 7-yard line for Metter. They they're trying to decide who wanted to do what, a little confusion. They're fighting over who's going to get the ball, and we meet them in the backfield and talk to them about it while they're trying to discuss it. We join the conversation, and we stop them there.
6 minutes and 25 seconds left. Will this clock ever keep running? I'm ready to get out of Metter. Is it a full moon tonight?
It's 3rd down and 7, I believe. I think that was last night. Oh, a beautiful. All around, offensively and defensively, that was a beautiful play right there. T.J. Wiley gets his hand in there to break it up. But did you see that play developing?
Yes, it was good. It was a quick slant to their what appears to be their best receiver. And
T.J. Wiley read it nicely, and he gets in there, doesn't give up inside position. He keeps his hips turned the right way and comes up to make a play on the ball.
Huge play, 4th down.
Big 4th down here. As their quarterback just scrambles right, and he throws it, and they're going to throw a flag. They were both fighting for the ball. The quarterback scrambled right. He was in trouble. He just did a little shovel pass thing forward there. And they're going to call pass interference against our Red Raiders. And they were together there. It's hard to say. Doesn't matter what we say, essentially, but tough call there, tough break for our Raiders as we had them there on 4th down. That was a huge play in the ball game. 6 minutes and 1 second. It's going to be 1st and goal for Metter at about the 3.5, 4-yard line.
Our defense, we just, I didn't see pass interference. I saw both of them fighting for the ball.
Yeah, they were definitely – it wasn't an obvious pass interference. They were both struggling for the ball, but
yeah,
nevertheless it goes against us. And he's still fighting. He is still fighting, and they call it. There are flags coming in everywhere. That play wasn't down. I didn't hear a whistle, and their big 35, Harry Cato, just keeps fighting and goes into the end zone. We kind of gave up on the play. 2 flags down here. We're going to see what the call is. This is a big call in the ball game. Looks like it's going to go against us.
Well, that would shock me.
Sideline?
Helping him push. Was that a sideline warning?
Yeah, I think that was a sideline warning.
In the middle of the field?
Ladies and gentlemen, a quick announcement. If you're driving a silver Chevy Uplander,
I think that was helping the running back.
Okay, is that what they're calling? Like you can't assist?
Right.
So they take the touchdown off the board. Yeah, there was an assisting the runner there, which you can't do. High school football, so that's going to back them up. They'll replay 1st down here. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and Devontae O'Neal makes a great play down in the corner of the end zone. Quarterback just threw it up, said, hey, I'll take my guy versus your guy, and Devontae, our sophomore, rose to the occasion there, Rev.
Great play by Devontae. Great play.
5 minutes and 49 seconds. The clock won't run fast enough.
These pass plays stop the clock. I think we're going to see this same kind of offense. Georgia's going to face it tomorrow.
Wedding Camp has had a ball game tonight. their quarterback has showed a lot of poise. He's been under pressure all night. They do the handoff inside again, and he goes right up the middle. It's been there seemingly every time they've tried it, except the one time when there was confusion. So Metter scores. Metter scores, and with 5 minutes and 44 seconds, these Tigers will not quit. They welcomed us to the jungle when we started this thing. They've scored twice now here in the fourth quarter.
Do you sense a fake here, or I wouldn't think it would?
They're going for the extra point attempt. Yeah. It's 28-19. This is necessary for them, and we block it. That is a huge play.
T.J. Wiley.
That is a huge play. Is T.J. long, lanky. We've been back there. We kind of run over ourselves a time or two. That makes this ball game a two-possession ball game right there.
That's
that,
right.
My friend, is a big play.
That was huge.
T.J. Wiley has been an asset to our football team. I know he just kind of dropped out of the sky for us, but he has time and time again done great things. We'd like to thank C. Bennett and Johnson for making all this possible for us. A tightly contested contest here. It's an awesome ball game. We'd like to thank C. Bennett and Johnson again for making this possible. We're going to take a break here and join you back when they restart the ball game. All right, we are back here as Metter's lining up for an onside kick. It's a good one. We recover it as Tron Folsom catches it, uses his hand, doesn't let it get into his body, and he just falls down. That was a wonderful play. What does it say about having a sophomore up on the front line with the game on the line saying, hey, let me put my best players up there? That's exciting. A sophomore.
That is a very exciting play. Let's see what we do offensively. I want to see us go ahead and put this thing away. One more score, and that'll be it.
They're making us
give them a chance right here.
They're making us have high blood pressure right here,
yeah,
ain't they, Ref?
Sure are.
They're not making it easy for us tonight, and Metter's having everything to do with it. They're showing no quit. So Thrift under center here, 5 minutes and 44 seconds to go, and we fumble, and I guess we recover it. Yeah, it popped up there, and I couldn't tell who had it. I thought for a second, whoo, son. I thought that the bad guys in black had it for a moment there. It's second down and 10. Nothing lost, nothing gained on the play. The clock's running, 5 minutes and 17, 16, 15. You will see Thrift under center here looking to the sidelines, making sure he knows when to snap it. Peterson, another flag is in as Matter is just starting to take this ball game over. There was nothing there. And you see these Tigers, Rev, they're limping. I see number 28 out there. Devontae Hayes for them, a sophomore. He's limping. Number 11 out on the field for him, LaQuavius Kelly. He's limping, but they're out there fighting. They're not quitting. Coach Mike West has these Metter Tigers believing, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. They're going to – they declined the penalty apparently. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Now you have to make the decision. Do you even want to throw it and risk stopping the clock, or do you want to just run it, take your chances? And Thrift keeps it, and that is a great play by Malik Kelly, another sophomore for this Metter team. And he just made a great play right there on defense. He didn't get sucked in. He knew it was coming. That's probably good coaching on their part as Thrift keeps it. Bacon County takes a timeout. 4th down. So with 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the ball game, instead of letting time run down before we take timeout, we take it immediately. 28-19. We're up. Good guys in front by 9 points. We're up 2 scores. Okay, now they're saying that Metter called the timeout. Yeah, that wasn't making sense to me there, Rev. I think Metter called that timeout. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. 4th down, and 8. TJ Wiley in the ball game. We're set to kick it away. We're going to rely on our defense.
You know, they blocked the last punt. We better put some coverage in here, protection. They're going to be coming after it. TJ, though he's a great punter, he takes about 4 steps. And we sure don't want to – that's a good snap.
He gets it away this time. Asa Lanier is going to let it fall. And it kicks sideways, and it rolls out at a 19-yard line.
Boy, if that thing had just kicked.
Yeah. That's okay. They have to go the full length to the field. And, again, these Metter Tigers are fighting. They're scratching, they're clawing, Rev. They're not quitting. They're keeping it a contest, and I love to see what I'm seeing right now from our Red Raiders. They are talking to each other. You see Ronnie Peterson out there, probably the commander, one of the commanders of that defense. They're saying, okay, it's game time. It's time to take this game over. That's
we got to step up right now. Our defense, if we can just keep from having some penalties, our defense has played okay, with the exception of a few penalties. It's
4 minutes and 16 seconds to go in this ball game.
There he goes again.
Same play, number 35, Harry Cato. The draw, he's in a foot race with Greg Wright, and Greg's going to push him out at about the 15, 14, 13-yard line. The same play again we're beat on. And if it keeps working, keep doing it. Give the coach and staff credit for Metter. They're not trying to get fancy out here. And that is a big run, virtually no time burned off the clock. There's 4 minutes to go in the game as Metter is again down here in the red zone. And there's that number 3, and he's going to score. He is going to score. Wedenkamp sits back, and they run a little crossing pattern there to Justin Parrish, the sophomore that's been the speed demon all night. And
we look like we're in trouble.
They have scored again here in the fourth quarter. And they've made this a 28-25 ball game. They're going to attempt the extra point. 3 minutes and 55 seconds. I don't think they burned 20 seconds off the clock on that drive. And they scored. Again, they botched the extra point, and now we're going to call they're going to throw the flag. There is a flag down. We're trying to decide what the refs are going to call here.
Maybe the worst call I've ever seen.
They're going to call a personal foul, roughing the kicker on a botched snap. So a huge penalty there, a roughing the kicker penalty on a botched snap.
Worst call I've ever seen.
They are trying to just get the ball down.
I'm not one to complain like this, but that's the worst call I've ever seen.
I think we even tipped the ball. I don't know.
We tipped it. We blocked it. The
flag is still down. Regardless, it's just going to give them half the distance. They may even decline it. It just gives them another opportunity to kick the ball here. Another penalty. That one goes through. The kick is good, but we have more penalties down, and that might be offsides on our defense. And now another penalty or flag has just been thrown. That was a false start, was the original call. False start against Metter. But now, after that call, they're going to throw another penalty flag because we're losing our composure, I believe, out there. I think the second call might be an unsportsmanlike against us. Originally a false start against them. Now the referees. So I think when this is said and done, they're going to back it up, put it back, and redo this whole thing over again. You're going to back
take the unsportsman. I don't know if they can. Maybe
well, they're going to back it up 5 yards, I think, get the false start penalty, and then they're going to assess the penalty against us, which will put it right back to half the distance.
Okay, unsportsmanlike is going to be forced on us at the kickoff.
Okay, so now 28-25. Our Red Raiders are in the lead. 3 minutes, 55 seconds here, Rev. We have got to have a first down. Metter has one timeout remaining. They can only stop at one time.
We got 2 timeouts remaining. Yeah.
So
maybe we
up.
can kneel on it twice. That's what we've been trying to do. We've been trying to kneel on it since the start of the second half. We've been taking.
It is hard to watch it, isn't it, Ref?
Yeah.
It is hard to watch it. We had this ball game, not wrapped up, but it was very close. We had it folded up. All we had to do was put a bow on it. And instead,
they've definitely come out here and outplayed us.
Instead,
we've helped. We've had some stupid penalties, and here this one again, just one of those mindless, stupid penalties. You can fix technique, you can fix jumping offside, you can't fix stupid. And,
I've heard that before. I think my mama told me that before.
This right here is just one of these plays where kids just are not thinking; they're thinking about themselves. And they're mad and they're upset and they're not thinking and they let their discipline run out the window and they just don't understand the severity of it.
Here's another they're going to kick it deep.
Going to make a start on the 20.
Yeah, they're going to make a start on the 20.
Not a bad play.
And so here we are, 3 minutes and 55 seconds. The clock hadn't ran in the last 30 minutes, I don't feel like. 3 minutes and 55 seconds. We're still in the lead. We're still hanging on, 28-25. It's 1st and 10. We're at the 20-yard line. Rev, what's the call?
Well, whatever we've been doing, I won't do it no more. I mean, they're sniffing out. They got 11 people in the box, and there's no way you can block them. We got to do something to establish outside. We've not went outside since probably the first quarter, and we're one play away. Of course, I understand, but if we don't trust our ability to pitch it, then we don't need to have it in our arsenal.
We run it. We get a little surge. There's about a 3 or 4 yard gain there. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to let the clock run. They're going to save their timeout. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 3 minutes and 38 seconds.
We need 2 first downs some kind of way. We don't need a penalty to stop us. We don't need something. You know, we need somebody to step up.
We need to burn all the time off the clock too,
Nobody
which is now what we're doing.
Nobody in the middle of the field. Everybody.
3 minutes and 19 seconds. As another tough run, he's going to be close. He's going to be close to a first down, and another flag comes in late. I think that was Merritt, the tank, running tough for 6 or 7 yards. After the play, a flag comes in. Let's see the call.
Run clock.
It's going to be a personal foul against them, and that is huge. And Coach is not happy down here for Metter, and you can see as we're watching this, hey, C. Bennett and Johnson, we thank you. This has been a great ball game here on a muggy night in Metter, Georgia, and we'd like to thank C. Bennett and Johnson for making this possible. We do appreciate it. 1st and 10 after the penalty, and the clock's going, baby. 2 minutes and 54 seconds. We're getting the call in from the sideline. Coach is telling them when to snap it each time. We're going to maximize the clock burnage. We hand it off, stay in bounds, flag down again. They eventually push him out of bounds. Referee says keep the clock winding. And then they stop the clock. Okay, keep it winding. They got a penalty flag, so they're going to stop it on the penalty. 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go in this ball game. Good guys in the lead, 28-25. It won't end, Rev. It won't end. A holding penalty against us. You can tell, you know, we've bragged all night, Rev, about how they're sophomores here and freshmen there, and we each have a bright future. We're going to be having this battle for years to come. But you can see the youth and inexperience on the football field in full display here when the heat's on.
I think you're right. And I keep having to remind myself that very fact. You know, we are young. And
2 minutes and 20 seconds. The good news, the clock's running. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 1st and 20, first and forever. We hand it off again. Thrift keeps it, and he gets pushed out of bounds. And they're going to stop the clock there with 2 minutes and 7 seconds. A nice gain on the play, though. He gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down, and I think about 9 there, Rev. It's hard to see. I know he about didn't have any choice. They just kind of had his momentum going. But the clock is stopped there as he gets pushed out of bounds. Good heads-up play by Metter.
It was a good play. Matt, you know, he's been hit all night long. You can tell we're starting to get weary going both ways.
2nd down and 9. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go.
Good run.
Ronnie Peterson takes it up the middle, and I think he's going to be marked for a first down.
Yes.
And if it is, let's stop it, yeah. And that, again, is their number 7. He's been all over the field tonight. Trent Thomas. And, Rev, he's going to be playing some football for years to come here. He's a sophomore.
Grades, he will. He sure will.
That's going to be a 1st and 10 now.
Great.
Now, here we are. They have one timeout. And, Rev, we can just about kill the clock here. We can just about, if we run around with it a little bit, run some plays, don't make a mistake. If we just run our plays, let the normal process take place, we're going to be out of here with a W. They're going to milk every second they can off the clock. They snap it, and he is stuck immediately. He is taken back, and they immediately call a timeout. So that is their final timeout, 1 minute and 31 seconds. 1 minute and 31 seconds. Timeout here. Again, we'd like to thank C. Bennett and Johnson for providing us with this thriller here, Rev. What do you think? Talk to me.
Well, it's been a good game.
You don't need me to get you any heart pressure medicine or anything, do you? I mean,
no, I just, you I'm a little bit disappointed in the way we played the second half. I expected us to be much better than this team, and I think that we are. I just think we have done some things that have and I don't want to say that we've had some bad breaks. We've made some plays that have kept them in it. They've got a good running back, a good little quarterback, and they got a playmaker at 3, and their coaches have maximized the use of those players. And my hat's off to their coaching staff for what they've done. And
they've got their kids believing as well. They didn't hang their heads at all when they were down, and they just kind of kept chipping and fighting away and chipping away at this thing, and they're in it. It's a ball game. So here we are, 1:31 seconds. Metter cannot stop the clock. It's second down, and who cares? The real point is we've got to play problem-free football right here. So we're going to get it. Matt holds on to it. And the clock's going to wind, 1:19 seconds, 1:17.
We need a first down in the worst kind of way. I don't know what to do here.
I don't know how close it's going to be to us burning all the time out here. Theoretically, they could get it with about 15 or 20 seconds left, I think.
We're going to call a timeout right before. Okay.
So we've got
seconds.
Yep.
We've actually got 2 football plays left.
Yep, 51 seconds to go in this game. If we can make a play last about 5 or 10 seconds, we could eke it out.
Yep.
I'll take a win right now, Rev. I'm going. I'm
not trying to impress anymore. The time for impression is over.
It reminds me of last week when we said, "Yeah, them boys will know they played us," kind of deal. And we had that attitude where Pierce County kind of snuck out of Bacon County with a victory last week. Well, guess what we're going to do here tonight if we can pull this thing off?
Oh no, we got Jeremy over here praying. No, he's actually on the phone. I thought he was praying. Atlanta Braves beat the New York Mets 3-0 tonight. Jason Hayward and Dan Ugly each had homers. So for all you people that care about baseball, I'll just give you a score.
I tell you what, we had a lot of other things we were wanting to tell you tonight, but we just haven't been able to. This football game has taken over our time, and even during the breaks, we hadn't had much time. Here we go. 51.4 seconds to go. They're going to keep it. Matt, I don't think ever intended to turn loose of the ball. They're just going to kind of be real slow and take a long time to reset it. And let's go and get it. And it's going to be 4th down, 33 seconds, 31 seconds. And I think we can get this thing down to about 10 seconds here, Ref. Matter of fact, I would love to see T.J. Wiley get it and run around for a few seconds and pooch punt it down there where the ball rolled on the ground for another couple seconds, and we go home.
I got Coach John's number. You want to call him over there and tell him?
I'm sending him some signals now. All right, so we call a timeout, and there are 8.1 seconds. 8.1 seconds. And so we have milk every second we could out of this deal.
Matt Thrift is also a punter, and I don't know that I don't put that ball in the hands of my quarterback to pooch punt it, just like you said. He's more, he handles the ball every play. I'm just talking out loud. Coach Johns is in control of this thing. We know that, and I am not questioning him. I'm thinking out loud, but if it was me, I think I would let Matt Thrift take the snap and run around and then pooch kick it. But
I'm sure they'll be coming with 11 and sending one back, and I hate to see the one that they're putting back there.
Yeah, me too.
That is number 3, Justin Parrish. I think he has 2 or 3 scores tonight. He has given us problems all night. So we have T.J. Wiley deep, or back to punt. And we're going to punt it, and it's going to be a short punt. Let's hope it doesn't roll out of bounds. They they get on it, and we hit him hard, and that is the ball game. Just enough time ran out, and boy, did we get away with one here tonight.
Yeah, we got out of here lucky tonight. It was we just didn't play very well towards the end of the game, and we got out of here kind of luckily. So I want you to be sure and come next week. We're coming right back over here in this area playing Toombs County, who last accounts I had, Toombs County was winning. They didn't have a real good year last year, but traditionally Toombs and by day has been the tops over here in this region. So we're coming into hostile territory, and we need all of the Bacon County fans to come out and support us. Lance, I enjoyed doing the game with you again. We appreciate all of our spotters that was helping us, namely Brooks Haddock. We appreciate him and what he's done for us. Thank you to all of our sponsors, C. Bennett Johnson Insurance Company, Cohen's of Alma, also Southeastern Propane, and Flash Foods. We appreciate them. So be sure and join us next week. Lance, any closing thoughts?
Well, we said at the beginning of the game here, Rev, that back in 1971, these boys whooped us 47-0. And I was hoping maybe we could whoop them that bad to return the favor. But we get our first victory versus Metter High School here tonight on a muggy night in Metter, Georgia. Our boys held on and put it together and got the victory. 28-25, we get out of here. Metter played a valiant game. And just so everybody knows here in the press box, these guys have been awesome. They've helped us in every way they could. The fans have been great. This is a beautiful new stadium kind of thing they have going on. It's a good football program. They're 5-5 the past 2 years, and you can tell that coach has them going. Great game.
Well, I can tell you, just one of the better coaches just come by. I was talking about the physicality of this game, and in this region over here, he says it's SEC West over here, because whatever team comes out of this region is going to be beat to pieces. And he was talking about the physical nature of the game. A lot of hitting going on. We wish well to number 4, Connor West, their linebacker and backup quarterback, got hurt. They've had to carry him to the emergency room. Nothing didn't look bad. Looked like it was an ankle. And also number 11, who was quite a playmaker for them. Young guys. He was a 10th grader, LaQuavis Kelly. He got taped up, went back in the game, but I don't see that we had any injuries, anything other than some bumps and bruises. It looks like our quarterback may be just a little bit gimpy, but it'd take the act of Congress to keep him from showing up next week. So, and I reiterate what you said, Lance. The people here in Metter have been very accommodating, beautiful press box, and been very accommodating to help us over here. We appreciate them and this fine program they've got. Join us next week, Toombs County. For Lance Wade, this is Travis Peavy, better known as the Rev. We'll see you then.